What's good, everybody? AB Media 83 here, and welcome to the Coliseum. Hope everybody's doing all right tonight. Give me 1 second. We can get this show started. And as you see, the title of today's Coliseum is Kiss My Fanny. If you haven't figured out by now, yeah, that's right. We're talking about Fannie Willis today. Fannie Willis is in the news for obvious reasons, and that's one of the things we're going to talk about tonight. Once again, there's the link. Peace, good brother Art Stall. I'm doing all right. Trying to stay awake right now. I had to wake up from a nap, but I'm doing all right, Art. But yeah, Fannie Willis gave her testimony a couple days ago, and well, how can I say this? She was who I thought she was. Pretty much got on the stand and pretty much declared, I'm independent. I don't need no man. And no, that's not a misprinting. That's not misinformation. She literally got on the stand and said, I'm an independent. I make my own money. I don't need no man. All right, who we got coming to the stage? Got a couple people. Peace, good brother. Good to
What's
see you.
going on? What's going on, brother? Can you hear me?
You didn't choke any them kids, did you? I'm just playing.
Nah, this is probably my best year. Um, as far as students since 1997.
Okay.
They're just a little slow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, teenagers.
I didn't have that
I,
many.
I was dumb. I admit I was dumb as shit too.
Yeah, I didn't have that many middle school kids this year, so that kind of made a difference.
Don't nobody say shit. What's going on, Al?
We
Was
got
good.
BJ and the Bear.
There you go. There you go. Just can't
But
be silly, man. I thought you was saying, Bucko. Goddamn, Bucko, you always on me. Tell golly,
Oh,
hey, you know
only we
what?
know. Only we know about that. L. Just me and you.
No, you, me,
Everybody else.
BG,
Everybody else is too young.
man. And you know that was my all-time favorite show. Boy, I cried like a whole 2 days. Well, I'm talking about. I then got an answer, but I'm ready to break the TV. My granddad just so happened to roll in the same time on the set. And I'm sitting there. You ain't telling me how you ain't jumping up? Man, I'm ready to tear this TV up. What's wrong? My show ain't on. What show? You know my show with the red and white truck. All that piece of shit. You go outside and look at my truck. My truck. Oh boy, I was like, no, your truck ain't that truck.
Yeah, people don't understand. People that ever listen to us, there was a sitcom actually about truckers. It's called BJ and the Bear. Wasn't that a monkey with him?
Yes, that was a monkey. He named him.
Yeah, I remember. I grew up on that. We grew up on that. So,
Mm.
but yeah, there was an
What
actual sitcom. Well, actually, what was it? It was a regular sitcom or just a
No, it
night
was a
program? It was a
sitcom.
comedy.
It came on
Okay.
Saturday. Yeah, but you
Yeah.
can.
okay, did
It,
y'all hold on with Al? Did y'all watch Fannie Wilson's testimony?
Yeah, that's what I came up for. So I call it the
yeah.
fanny pack. Somebody stole
Oh,
my
Fannie
term. Yeah,
um,
but he didn't give me no credit. But hey, it is what it is.
I
But
just
yeah, I
want to know.
saw it.
she definitely showed her fanny. That's for damn sure.
I just want to know why she had the audacity to show her raw naked when a you supposed to be an attorney, a
Professional.
prosecutor for the state of Georgia. How you gonna show your and you got college degrees? How you gonna literally show your raw naked ass? And that's
Uh,
what she did.
Um, as BGS has pointed out, they're in Atlanta and they're used to showing their raw naked ass. Well, well, look what the last mayor was named, Keisha Lance Bottoms. I'm just saying.
Yo,
yeah,
hey,
that's a stripper name for sure.
hey, AB, I gotta get on
I
you.
just hold on mute.
How you gonna call Atlanta when it's hot now? Oops, did I say that? Atlanta.
Oh well, but yeah, some of the sisterhood like, yeah, Fanny, she showed them, she got them toe. I'm like, okay. I'm like, do y'all know where y'all at? I'm like, okay.
Yeah, she just ended her political career by doing that. Period, point blank.
Well, how I feel about it is I don't feel sorry for her because as I said about her and Letitia James, that's why the pawns go first. You only got one move.
Okay, is smoke clear?
Yes.
All right. So the thing that I'm looking at is
Let me be clear. Doesn't mean that they're still probably not going to try Trump in Georgia, but you know,
well,
she probably.
obviously this kind of muddied the waters a little bit, and it kind
Mhm.
of gives it may give the
It
governor
may.
some kind of pathway to kind of like derail it a little bit or delay it,
Right.
during this election. So there's all kinds of things in play. It's kind of weird because I think the elephant in the room is that all the stuff that's happening now, it could be a possibility that people were already planted there before he even left office. So, and I think that's probably going on through the country. We don't even know who's doing what for him or people that's supporting him.
Right.
Um, so that's I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. I think the only thing that we have to look at is how people take in this information as though, okay, if I'm supporting the left, then this is going to happen. If I'm supporting the right, this is going to happen. But if you can just stand back and look at it, without any connections,
Hmm.
that's when you start to be able to see things without a lens. So,
Yeah. Um. I'm sure both Trump and Biden got people in positions in power right now.
yeah, so I think they're just used. I mean, her old dude that got his money's worth.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
but I haven't talked about that. You know, her lover,
his side
her
piece,
once married lover.
and then
So
the judge. I think they're all being used. So there's forces behind the scenes that are pulling their strings, and whoever's the best string puller is the winner.
yeah.
So that's the way it is. It's no offense to anybody in any political parties or agendas,
Oh
but I
yeah.
guess I sound like Craig the tech guy, don't I? Oh, go
No, no,
ahead.
no, no. You're right because I've said before when they first came out with her affair, news about her affair. What's going on, Ed? I said when they first came out about the affair, you're going against the president of the United States.
Yeah, that
And
is
a lot of people
reckless.
don't understand that's not like going against a dime. That's like going against 1,000 dimes. That's the kind of level that's the level of power the president has. And you didn't think they're going to dig dirt up on you?
Could
And
you
you're
imagine the people on the left, people on the left that's in their camp, that's saying, what were you thinking?
Oh, no,
They
that's their
probably
fault.
give her a
That's
ton of
their
lashes.
fault too. I don't need to jump in here, but that's their
Go
fault
ahead,
too.
Ed.
There's no way if you're going up against a president of the United States, there's no way you don't vet triple threat, quadruple vet, quintuple vet, what's the one for 8, like octane something vet. Who's doing that?
Hmm.
Like those people should be carefully selected. Even at, I get that, it's districts and stuff like that, but like if you can't do it right, then you shouldn't do it, and that reeks of desperation. And so it's
Yeah,
either you did it on purpose. That's why I believe it was done on purpose to be a crash dummy. That way people can say, okay, they tried, but it didn't work. There's no way
well,
they didn't do that. And because this is not like not obvious. Because
right.
when you're going up against a president, really finding some real stuff ain't what you need to worry about. You need to worry about them putting some child porn on your computer, but this is a woman, or doing something like making something up because they can't take you out because you're too visible. So making something up, but that's harder to do with a woman. But again, that made it hey, they made it easy. That's the but yeah. Anyway,
So are you saying, so Ed, are you saying that you know how they always say, well, we don't have enough black representation doing A, B, and C, and all of a sudden you put Fanny Pack in there and then she messes up and they say, we tried and you saw what happened. Do you
well, I
think
mean,
that's what's going on?
in Atlanta, it's just too many black. I mean, it's too many black people, so they're gonna have that. But at the end of the day, there's something to that because that'll have a lot of black women shutting the hell up about what they think they're owed and they deserve, because they can always throw these people in their face. Eventually, Kamala will be thrown in their face. You got mayors that are messing up. I mean, even other black women are covering. Like Facebook has covered that, ma'am.
Yeah, you made a good point. You made. Go ahead, AB.
But you hit it on the nail, Ed. Crash dummy. Did you know that this that Nathan Wade, her little Fanny's little lover boy, was a traffic judge? That's what he's known for. He's not a criminal judge. He's a traffic. Whenever you get a ticket or something, he's the judge you go to. That's who she decided. That's who she picked to do a RICO case.
I mean, it's very obvious that this was a way for her to break him off and simp. If you reverse this and this is a dude and this is a female, it's very obvious that's what that was.
Ooh,
it's very obvious that's what that is. And at the end of the day, they won't. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, but the left if they mad, I don't know why. I mean, I don't know why. I mean,
hold on, give me a second. Give me a second here. I'm actually glad you said the word simp. Let's just listen to a little bit of. Let's hear from Fanny herself.
Interesting that we're here about this money. Mr. Wade is used to women that, as he told me one time, the only thing a woman can do for him is make him a sandwich. We would have brutal arguments about the fact that I am your equal. I don't need anything from a man. A man is not a plan. A man is a companion. And so there was tension always in our relationship, which is why I would give him his money back. I don't need anybody to foot my bills. The only man who's ever foot my bills completely is my daddy.
Is there anything else?
Is that what they call him?
Yeah, that's why. This is probably why Monique calls her dude daddy. I mean, men like see, and even when women say that, they really tell on themselves with that. Where we. Let me say this because I don't want to blow up AB's stream. Money don't mean shit. Like you making your money don't mean shit. They call it protection and provision. If somebody want to rob your ass, money don't mean jack shit. And it was funny. Jason Black was talking about 50-50 and how most women are going to get 50-50 or variations of that. I don't know who y'all, and that includes white women. I don't know why y'all playing. But he said when it comes to, protection, if that comes down to it, that's not a 50-50 thing. That's an insurance policy that a man has to collect on and put his life on 100%. That's what the expectation is. So there is no negotiation with that. And when women agree with that, that's why women always say, I don't feel protected unless he X and Y. So when she says that, I'm like, ma'am, your money don't mean nothing in a back alley or your safety. If somebody breaking your house, your money don't mean nothing. I mean, at the end of the day, you still a black. Even if, like Oprah has been denied entry into places that they knew who she was. So stop thinking, what you think you can do. And by the way, as far as your money, all that stuff is predicated on you being hired. Like, so you say these things as if you really are in control of your own domain. Like they really say that, like, I am your equal. And that's like the fact that it's this sugar baby prostitution shit. They
Ooh,
and
I got a
you
short
tell he
goddamn
really
story
believes
too.
that. Talk about I'm your if you're his you're dealing with him on his terms. So
Mhm.
clearly you don't believe that. Question. Okay, I'll say this and I'm done. Question. Whoever
Mhm.
can replace the other person and get the same things easier, that is the person that is the greater,
Yeah,
whether it's men or women. And
yeah.
I'm not talking about get somebody to sleep with you. I'm talking about get somebody to really commit to you in that way. And that's what they fail to understand. But whatever.
Yeah,
Typical.
which brings me to this dumb shit right here. What's going on, Brian?
Okay, AB. I missed all the fun last weekend because I crashed early. I didn't
Yeah.
want to miss part of the fun. I didn't want to miss part of the fun tonight. And the title "Kiss My Fanny" piqued my interest. Talk.
Oh, here we go.
So if you're making $50,000, don't date. Ooh, I'm just being for real. You're not ready to
Just
date.
listen.
Again, I'm with you. You're not ready to date because courtship costs. Okay. Everything costs. You can go for 22 walks in the park. Eventually, Shorty's gonna need a sip of something. She's gonna be thirsty. This bottle of water is $3 in Atlanta. Let's not play. So if you don't have any expendable cash, don't.
What?
You might only make 50,000, but you live in a shoe, and now you got expendable cash. Or get you a bottom of the barrel bitch that's gonna date you when you have no money. If she doesn't have the expectation, and I'm gonna tell you this right now, enjoy it while it lasts because eventually you're gonna want to run. If she doesn't stretch you, she doesn't make you the man that you need to become. She allows you to be this stagnant dude in the same jeans for days. You know what I'm saying? No, we talk about man. I'm not volunteering.
What in the Vita Blue Yellow? Wait a minute.
Yeah, this is normal talk. I mean,
Wait,
first of all,
wait a minute.
I would take what they're saying more seriously if we didn't know they're fucking broke niggas if they like how they look. So that's the one thing is notice how
Uh,
no matter who's having
well,
this no matter who's having this conversation, whether it's Evan and K. Williams or your typical hood rat, they always have that black hole in the conversation. You are having sex with men for nothing, just off the strength of you being said. In fact, you're having babies for men, a lot of y'all. Maybe not the 92s as much, but they are having sex with dudes just off the strength of you liking how they look. I don't understand why y'all act like that's not happening, and then y'all turn around and then y'all think y'all are gonna sell somebody this what they need to do for you. A dude ain't go to if you like a dude enough, he's not taking you nowhere. He's going to your house, he's putting it down, and that's fucking it. Like there is no he's doing that in the air. There is no eventual because it's eventual. He's gonna dip out and just deal with somebody else. So what women do is they create situations where a dude needs them. Which and when they say needs them, aka they look for niggas that need a place to stay or dudes that need that. That's why they actually look for dudes that have holes in their stuff economically or stuff because that creates where they can fit in and try to create leverage somewhere.
yep.
It's them
Listen.
trying to control a physical dildo.
This one's for everyone on the panel, and this is especially for Aquateki. I believe it goes like this.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
Actually, and to be honest with you, Ed being nicer to me because if you look at the actual video, I stated the obvious. How the hell are you a two?
Oh, you
Man,
yeah, was that light
and,
skinned chick, that
and
light skinned big chick talking that shit?
yeah. Which brings me to my next point.
Well, that's how you know she's lying. She's one. She's actually the one. See, I've seen light skinned chicks like that because I'm sure, and they'll try to play that game. You know what they try to always run? They always run the we can make pretty babies, the pretty baby game because that's all they got. Is a nigga that would give them credit because they're light skinned, thinking that's gonna mean something. That's what they try to do, but they always
Yeah,
got to compromise. So if they get a dude that they like how he looks, they already know they not only are they not getting nothing bought for them, they're gonna be the one paying.
There's one problem. How are you uglier than Yvette Carnell and demanding anything? But let me shut up.
Well, there's a lot of women that believe that regardless of what they look, but usually the women that talk the most shit be the ones that have to do the most, which is why they're saying that. They're trying to, BGS has said that. They're trying to sell that bullshit to
Oh,
somebody.
boy.
And they get mad that ain't nobody buying. Because at the end of the day, she's a big light skinned bitch. Broke, dark. I'm gonna say it just like this. A lot of times, broke, dark skinned niggas that need a place to stay are going to be the only ones to deal with you because
Pretty much, yeah.
they're gonna give you credit because you light skinned, a lot of them, and you big, so they know you ain't nobody fucking with you like that. They know it. So she's mad. So she's telling that bullshit.
Can I play this again, please?
Sure.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
And I couple it with this for you, AB.
What is that? What the fuck is that?
Oh, you might want to save that one because I got another story coming up, and
Oh no.
So the question is on
Hold on,
question.
hold on, fellas. We kind of got past because Ed came kind of quick and was talking with a lot of points, but he kind of overlooked the fact of what AB was talking about with that judge. We need to go back and highlight the fact that she got a municipal court traffic judge to represent a RICO case. No, we're not gonna over fucking look that. We're gonna fucking talk about that shit right now and address the elephant in the room because that's some bullshit. Period.
I mean, that's black women fuckery. I mean, I don't know what else you want me to say with that. I mean, the fact that they my thing is the fact she's supposed to have people that watch her. The fact that she was allowed to do all that means it's a couple of people fucking up.
Yeah, and
like it ain't just her.
I'm glad she testified.
Would you please say that again? That's black women. What? I kind of forgot the word that you used at the end of your sentence. Could you say that again, please?
Yeah, there's multiple people fucking up. There's a whole she's going down, but you also looking at a whole bunch of people around her. Who's over her? Who's who's her supervisor, their supervisor, especially for something like a Trump case. Like that stuff is supposed to be cross-check, triple check. I mean, this ain't a lot of work. I mean, everybody should be known who they are, what they did, what's that. You're trying to go after. You're going after a president. This is not something. Because if Trump gets in there, you better believe Trump is going to use that office to fuck all y'all up. I don't know why I'm talking about senators, all of y'all are getting fucked. Even it's gonna be a lot of friendly fire in that motherfucker. Even people he probably cool with. I'm sorry, but I gotta get you just to make sure everybody's got it.
Hey, wait a minute. All you think Trump won't okay, to anybody who thinks Donald Trump won't go after anybody in office, all you have to do is go ask Jeff Sessions about that.
Yeah.
Jeff Sessions, if I'm not mistaken, is from Alabama, the most racist kind of senator you could ever get. Look what Donald Trump did to his career. So,
I mean, Donald Trump is more of a classist than he is a racist. And the thing about Jeff is, I mean, outside of being a senator, who really is? He was a lawyer before that. I mean,
Let's go back to the part about how she was kind of throwing money at this dude, right? And appointing him. Now, when it comes to the whole side piece conversation, usually, if we mess with a chick or whatever, we throw them a couple grand or whatever if we high power and move them along the merry way. This chick ran up the bill with almost $800,000.
Yeah.
So it's like, is he your side piece, or are you trying to make him your husband? That was, through the court system.
It's a work in progress, man. She was trying to get him under control. I mean, they were having those control conversations. I am your equal.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had to think about that.
It was a work in progress.
Let me get this out. What I was going to say is be honest with you, I think she did the manosphere a favor by getting on that stand and testifying the way she did. Because she pretty much just showed the whole world what we have to deal with.
And the smoking gun on that witness stand, I don't know if it's going to work totally against her, but they kept pointing out the fact that she kept carrying large amounts of cash overseas.
Right.
So it's like you're obviously trying to hide something, and you admitted it on the witness stand.
But you know what's funny about that is when these women get delusional, like that's just how bad it is. Like they really say, like it's like a computer glitch where they just say, "I'm gonna say anything, and I'm just gonna dare you to do something." It's just like when you find out, you know, a dude finds out the kids ain't his, like Kirk Franklin. They really just get into a mode where they just dare you to do something.
Mhm.
They just dare you to do something. They not gonna have no shame. They not gonna have none of that. They just dare you to do something.
Wow. So this is
I
Terry
mean, that's
McMillan
really
on a
what that I
witness
can
stand.
tell with that mode. She has that mode. She has that cadence where it's like I don't care. She's in her own world. She really
Yeah.
is.
Now, does
Like,
she
and,
think
and
that
if
nothing's
she
going to
get
happen?
convicted anything, that's when you'll see her lose her mind because that's when she'll know it's real.
Does she think that or is she giving us the impression that she thinks that nothing is going to happen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, think of how she's talking.
Yeah.
Hmm
Just
Like
the way
this, I
her
call this a mental.
total
This is
demeanor on the
mental. Like
stand
really,
says
I'm thinking this
she
is
don't
mental.
think anything's going to happen to her.
Now, what
She
about the
wa-
brother though? Is his career over?
Probably
uh
because he's a nigga. He took the job.
No, no,
He didn't
Ed,
have to take
I
the
beg
job.
to differ. I beg to differ. Ed. He didn't do nothing wrong. He's not in the wrong, and he's an attorney. He's in good
He took the
standing.
job. This is
It doesn't
politics.
matter. It
They'll
doesn't
make him
matter.
wrong. He's politics and he's black.
You take a job too. If they offered it to you, a job's a job. He's not the one that's at fault. Keep the blame where it's supposed to be directed on Fanny. It's not him.
Dude,
No.
I'm not saying it's his fault, but you talking like a black person. You think
Wow.
them liberals are gonna be? Are you serious? They like everybody's burning. It's gonna be some white people. Don't trust. Don't
yeah,
worry,
real
AL.
quick,
We have white people we're getting to. They're going down under the clause of being an irresponsible white person. So with some white people will get got. They won't matter, but they'll get got. But anybody black we can see is going to jail or losing their getting disbarred. Even a lawyer outside in the courtroom next to it is losing their law license.
yeah, real quick,
That's how they gonna be.
real quick. Thank you, Aquatechie, for the cash app. 41 watching. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. Hit the cash app, support the show. Are y'all not entertained?
Aqua Tucky. But yeah, that's. I'm just wondering, and Ed brought a good point up earlier. It just
Mm-hmm.
seems like if you just list all the mayors, district attorneys, different people in positions that are black that's supposed to be highlighted, it seems like a lot of them are like, they just have a F or a D on their report card, which
Ooh,
makes it hard for politics, for them to get, for us in general, to get in politics. And they may even use these people as an example, like, you see
now
why
wait a
we
minute,
don't put black people in politics.
Art. Wait a minute, Art. Don't talk about Tiffany Henry like that.
Yeah, you go down the list, man. So somebody has to accomplish something, or I don't know. But then again, a lot of these people that are in positions, we don't pick them. So I'm still wondering how they get in position.
Yeah.
We don't pick
Speaking of
them.
which brings me to this next short right here.
Y'all are black, and y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman.
Ma'am, you created a $7 million budget hole. A $7 million budget hole. They have every right to critique you. Also, how many black women did you attack building up that $7 million budget hole? Oh, you think we don't know about that, Tiffany? Oh, one more thing. She's a Democrat. That's the price you pay for vote blue no matter who, but her blue.
That's how you know she ain't got nothing else to talk about. I'm a black woman. You go attack a black woman. You're not a black woman. You're a mayor.
Yeah.
End of story.
It
These
was.
black men we used to. I mean, shit. In Charlotte, when they before Pat McQuarrie, no, after Pat McQuarrie, there was a black mayor. He didn't make it 6 weeks before they got him out of there. There wasn't no trial. Look it up. 6 weeks. And
Damn,
Charlotte
6
has a
weeks.
very strong black pop. You can't win without black people in Charlotte. They got him out of here in 6 weeks. They no trial, no nothing. Boom. They said we just gonna wait for him to get elected, and we're gonna put it. Yeah, so and then black men always get caught up. I mean, Ray Nate, all them dudes always get caught up. They don't care. And you being black now, what may help him? What happened with Kilpatrick is he got in prison, but most of them don't get that. But they get out of office, and probably Kilpatrick probably made it hard. He probably act like he wasn't going nowhere, but probably threw him in jail, saying when it's time for you to punch out, you punch out, or you gonna have an extended stay, but it won't be in the mayor's office.
So
Well,
Don't think.
isn't that
there's a couple of things I wanted to point out about kind of the uniqueness of Fanny's situation. Something that isn't well recognized probably across the United States that's unique to the Atlanta political scene or Georgia political scene overall, similar to maybe a Detroit, Michigan sort of setup where most of the politics that go on in Atlanta are pretty goddamn corrupt from top to bottom. And most people aren't aware of that. I mean, hell, the whole fucking city is corrupt, all the way down to the fucking police department. Okay, um, it's they are well embedded with actual.
Well, another thing too is Atlanta, like Atlanta's the capital, right?
Yeah, that's the capital.
Usually, most cities you have the political arm, and then you have the economic arm. So, like Detroit is an economic arm, but not a political arm. It's usually not in the same spot. And in Georgia, it is. So that's where that adds a different dynamic to that too that you usually don't always see.
So let me
And
ask
they're usually
PK
nowhere
this.
near closer to each other either.
So let me ask PK this, since he brought that up about the corruption. So I'm assuming that you're saying the left and the right has some level of corruption.
Correct. The left, the right, everyone that's involved in anything that has to do with any of the businesses all across Atlanta, there's corruption going on. Period. That is a hustling kind of setup. Like it's everything that you could think of. It's Gomorrah there.
Yeah,
so let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. So, say for example, if they took, they remove Home Chick and tried to put some kind of replacement in, whatever, how would the corruption on the right offset what the left is trying to do, and if that's possible?
Well, they play off of each other. They have different ways of doing their corruption. So, for instance, if the left hand sees what the other hand is doing, they just play it up against them and use it to their benefit. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
They're both corrupt there in that particular place. I don't know if it's the same across, the rest of America, but there in particular, that's the way it works there.
They just do it in different ways. Like the right has a tendency to let corporations just do what they want. And they just don't say nothing. The left does do they shit more through government spending, which is why they always bitch about it. Like with when it comes to schools and shit like that. And the right does a little bit of that too, but the left, that's where they tend to do it through.
So the people that are I also heard, not from you guys here today, but I've also heard different complaints about her behavior because of her status as a district attorney and whatnot. I mean, something that a lot of people don't realize is that across class in Atlanta and in Georgia as a whole, it doesn't really matter. They're all engaged in corruption to some extent.
Yeah, it was more like a strategy question I was asking you about, like the governor. What would you envision? Because everybody's not in his head or in his office, but I'm just trying to go by more of a strategic way on how he would be able to derail that case against Trump, since that's his boy.
It's derailing itself.
Yeah, because I know it's going to something's going to be going to land on his desk if they have to remove this shit. So I'm like, how would he approach this opportunity that PK was talking about? How would he be able to get in there and say, hey, I'm gonna bring in my nephew to replace? I'm just giving an example, but I bring in somebody to replace her, and all of a sudden paperwork get lost, and somebody had to take a hit.
When it when it comes to a strategy, if it was just to single her out, it wouldn't be an effective strategy because of the way that politics is done there.
Mhm.
Mm.
There is no effective strategy to uproot the situation without cleaning house, which they've never done there.
Because a lot of people are alluding to the fact that even if she's removed, there's nothing they can do about the case against Trump. That's what a lot of people are saying.
Yeah,
But since
right.
there's corruption, anything's possible, right? So I don't know.
I'm not really convinced that nothing can be done. I don't know about that. I'm not really sure. I'm not really tuned into the fine details of the case to be able to say whether or not there's an effective strategy to, maybe disbar her, get her removed, and maybe some sort of type of legal or criminal proceedings. However, what I would say though is withstanding that particular case, I'm not really sure when it comes to the overall politics of the overall country,
Mm-hmm.
and as far as his reelection is concerned, whether or not this particular case really has much of an impact on how things are going to go. So Biden, trying to swoop in and save the day really isn't going to change anything in my view. Not in this case.
Yeah, Biden got his own problems.
I think she's
Well,
hot on the block. I don't think they can come in and save her on this one because her situation is more of an oops that can't be. You
Yeah.
can't put that genie back in the bottle.
Plus, Judge Joe Brown's already pointed out how she's been lied on the stand multiple times. So yeah, she got her own problems.
To borrow Art Newstall's sentence from just a moment ago, that's an oops that can't be erased.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
What's up, PK?
What's going on, Brian? How you doing, man?
Tired.
I believe it.
Tired of hospitals. I'll just say it that way. Tired of hospitals.
That ain't no good. But
Just
yeah, I
drink
mean,
the apple
so
juice.
Fanny, so
I'm just
so
messing with you, Brian.
What'd you say, Art? I didn't hear you.
I just said just drink the apple juice, but you'd be okay.
Look, I got 2 gallons of apple juice in the fridge already.
I mean,
I'm
something
sorry,
worth
PK.
considering about a lot of America, man, is just how corrupt politics is overall. I mean, most of our Senate are criminals, like literally. Okay, so I mean, it isn't really
Yeah,
much
that's
of a
that's why
surprise.
that's
Uh,
why I scratched my
Fanny's
head.
been caught in
That's
criminal
why I scratched
activity.
my head, PK, when they say Trump's a criminal.
Hey,
Like, and what
hey,
else is
AB,
they all criminal? What are you talking about?
Right.
AB, I'll respond this way. As my partner says on my radio show, that lie can't be found.
That sound like Charles Barkleyisms. But
Trump
yeah.
overvalued his properties, and you think he's the only one in New York doing that?
Right.
Really?
You think he wasn't doing that before he became president of the United States?
Really? See, most people don't want to have that conversation. You think he's the only one in New York doing that right now?
You know
But
what,
this is one
PK?
of my
Pointed out that
naivete, viewpoint of this whole case, and others, around, like I guess the one in New York and some other ones. If this is supposed to be predicated on him getting a conviction, why is it taking so long? And why is this in question during the election?
You just answered your own question.
well,
Because it's because people are like leaning on that. Well, he's not going to be president because he's going to get arrested or he's going to be convicted. I'm like, right now it's February.
It's meant to be. It's meant more be a PR thing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the last 2 words of your question, Art, answered it. The election.
So
All of
let's
the
play with
cases
it.
in general
Okay.
were meant to stall them out.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
Right.
this was about.
Right. So most of us that we got eyes see it, right? But my whole thing is, okay, what if they miraculously had a conviction in October or September or near the election? How is that going to look to the American public?
They're going to delay that too. If they can delay an impeachment, they can delay a conviction. Who are we talking about? We're talking about politicians. They're a bunch of damn criminals.
Now, here's the thing. All right, so we got to November, no conviction yet.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they do a conviction in December, how does that look to the American public?
Who's going to see it? Who says, I'm playing devil's advocate here. Who's going to say they will see it?
Well, I mean, everything that they putting out there is social media, regular media. I mean, you name it. There's always something to show, give you something to watch while you're eating popcorn.
True.
So
Yeah, that's
True.
this is one
Very
of them
true.
here. So I'm just trying to figure out which way they're trying to steer, the American citizens and the voters and all that. How are they using this for the opportunity to get what they want? Because usually this is happening while there's wars going on, global stuff going on. We're it's kind of interesting how they play us. That's what I'm saying, or how they try to play us. Some of us.
Oh, speaking of playing us, did you hear about Joe Biden recently?
Oh
With
no.
the fried chicken.
Yes, the fried chicken. Apparently, he offered a family of it was just like black men and black boys, if I'm not mistaken. He offered them some fried chicken.
I want to hear what the people on the right have to say about that one.
I don't
You
know
sure
why.
you
You
want
know,
that
you
answer?
know what they gonna say. I don't know.
They're gonna be like, I'm appalled why they chuckle. I can't believe he said that shit. Or
They'll
they'd
be
be
all
like,
mad
oh,
at him.
congratulations, you voted for somebody that was trained by a grandmaster. Go blue, no matter who.
You hear what I'm saying,
That's
man?
my point.
As I
My
said,
One thing we can't say about the blacks is that they're not consistent.
That's my
If it was
point, Ed.
Donald Trump, he'll
You
say it's
come to me
organic
talking
Say
chicken.
about
something nice. Say
hold on,
something nice about a black person. They're
Yeah.
consistent.
They come to me talking about Donald Trump's a racist. Like, okay, but you want me to vote for a racist Dixiecrat who supported segregation and supported multiple crime bills? Really?
Because they make excuses. I'm saying the reason I threw the right in there, because they make excuses for every white person that diss us or whatever. I'm just saying if they're gonna make an excuse for Joe Biden, and he's a white man, fried chicken and all. So I want to see what they're saying about. I'm curious.
I got AB. Thanks for the term Dixiecrat. I'm going to spring this on Jody and see how hard she laughs.
Oh,
I wonder if they're the founders of the Dixie Cup. I'm just saying. Go ahead, guys.
Oh my God!
You ain't shit.
Yeah,
Speaking of cups,
I'm
have
curious.
any of y'all seen these infamous Stanley cups around that everybody's going crazy over?
No.
Information daily cups. Information daily cups.
They're like these they call them Stanley cups. They're like a tall coffee mug cup or something, and then
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I done heard of them. I didn't actually.
Only Stanley Cup I know is silver.
Yeah, I know. He's talking about the ones that they were going on like people were selling them shit online.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
They're durable mugs. They're durable mugs that people buy.
Okay.
yeah, they're durable mugs, and I'm like, okay, what's the big deal? I don't see
I don't
what the big deal. They're like $50. I'm like,
Of course you don't know this big deal. You're black. Of course you don't know.
Shut up, Ed.
And
Who's
by the
giving
way,
them out?
why you talking? Why y'all got Beyonce up over here singing country music? That can't white people have anything? Well, you do know we created country music. I'll kill you if you say that again.
hey,
That's
let y'all do her thing.
blasphemous.
I ain't got no problem with it.
Next thing you know, you say you create the banjo.
We gave
We
y'all
did.
country music because it reminded us too much of slave. You stop lying, you hear?
What in the all types of blue hell?
I had to.
No, because they upset about Beyonce. The record stations refuse to play her music. The country music record stations. When people be requesting it, they be like, "Nah, we not doing that. I don't care if you sound white. We not doing that.
Didn't we do the same thing
We
with
don't play
Lil
pop
Nas
over
X?
here."
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because she got a country music album.
Shoot, I might check her album out because I don't mind a little country music every now and then.
But didn't they do the same thing with Lil Nas X with that country thing, whatever he came out with?
You know, if they were smart, that would be the excuse they would use. You see how that turned out? We're scarred.
Ed, I love the way you let off your sentence. If they were smart.
We're scarred.
Well, they drink water out of corn cans with the, so it's
enough times, fam. We talked about the other stuff now. Now, remember when I told you, Snowman, keep the what is that sound effect? Well, now we're going to talk about that story.
I'm ready when you are.
Okay. Now for the individuals who have daughters or goddaughters, try not to punch a hole in the wall. But have you heard about the black chick that had her 5-year-old daughter wax about 20 chicks' private parts?
What is that? What the fuck is that? What is that? What the fuck is that?
I got a daughter, and I feel absolutely nothing about the situation. So, Ed?
Come on! I better clean out the closet.
You fool! What in the types of blue hell?
Use a clothespin for her nose. Go ahead.
She's having her 5-year-old daughter wax these chicks' coochies.
Oh, that's what you're doing.
The debauchery of them has no leaps or bounds, brother. What? Okay, so
I don't know why you say that. Like people,
I know.
They're cool. Well, what I'm saying is they're gonna be cool with it till they not. Like, and this is what a lot of black women are starting to realize. They're gonna let them come all the way out there until when they're ready to move that carpet out and make them, when they ready to correct, when they really start to correct these women, what do you think they're going to do? They're not going to just start targeting white women. They're going to basically flog black women and then let everybody know, oh, the sea is changing. Oh, we can't do this no more. That's really what.
I'll give you 2 more.
Listen, real quick, Ryan. Listen, man. I am blissfully ignorant. I have not seen, heard any evil. I don't know what's happening. Okay.
No, I haven't seen that. I mean, the story I've been on is that balloon popping shit.
Yeah, let me get this out. Apparently, she's posted videos of her daughter doing this on Instagram.
That's
stupid.
It's a black woman we're speaking of. First things first, is this a black woman we're speaking of that done this debate?
Yep.
Okay, we still feel nothing. We don't.
Now, is this considered?
You're like, what part of that's supposed to surprise me? But
bro, I'm of the hell oak cracks wide the fuck open, and they all start falling in and roll. That's the only thing I'm waiting on. AB, period, point blank. Hey, nothing they do today ceases to amaze us, bro. It doesn't. They're following the same stupid ass wishbone game plan from 1964. They running Daryl Royal.
Well, I get it. We still got to report the news. I mean, but the thing is that they're getting what's new is how bold and upfront they're getting on it.
Yeah,
and that's because a lot of these mofos are crazy. I keep telling you that they done lost their mind and they ain't nothing to check it. So I mean, they gonna deal with it until they don't. Like, because it used to be they would be afraid of DCFS.
68 watching. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me get this out. 68 watching. Like, share, subscribe, hit the cash app, support the show.
I bow to AL with the wishbone game plan reference.
1964, they running their rules offense, man. That's what they do.
I was watching an old Oklahoma-Texas game today when both teams were running the wishbone. So thank you, but damn you at the same time because I was watching it earlier.
I ain't seen that playbook in a minute, but yeah.
Yeah, a lot of these chicks have lost their mind, so it's crazy. It's getting so bad that black women are starting to respond to it.
Yeah, that's true.
Like that balloon popping shit. Like they starting to get mad about that shit.
Yeah, that light skinned chick. They responded to that light skinned chick like, "Have you lost your mind?"
No, it ain't even just. No, it's all of them because I didn't even know they had a lot of that whole panel had kids.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
like added like 3 of them did. So yeah, that shit's going
hilarious.
viral. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's hilarious, bro. Imagine fucking trying to hook up dudes that actually are doing decent in life with single mothers. That's fucking wild.
Yeah,
They're
and what it
hoodwinking
was a
niggas.
brother that was in the entertainment industry that they didn't pop his balloon. And so he asked that question. He said, it ain't necessarily a deal breaker, but how many of y'all got kids? And then that's how he got him to tell it. That brother was,
Mhm.
because he was in the entertainment industry. So they was like, they none of them popped their balloons then. But yeah, he's like,
That's
I
fucking
got
hilarious.
kids. One chick said, "Oh, I don't have no kids. I just have fur babies." And he was like, oh, "All right, but I have 7 dogs." What?
Damn.
Yeah.
They're playing. They're working.
And the other chicks were just big, so you can tell why they didn't have kids.
Mhm.
So yeah, it is. I mean, that I don't know who. I keep leaving comments and they're getting a lot of likes. I said on those videos, I said if I hated black women and I wanted everybody else to hate them too, this is the type of show I create. And black women seem to like that shit. They like, dang. They seem to agree with that shit. Like, if I hated black women,
Just
that's the
look
show
how
I would put together.
you just look how they respond to the Fannie Willis testimony. She got them choked. Yeah. I was like, okay. I'm like, you know what? At that point, I'm kind of like, hey, okay, you just showed everybody who you are. I'm like, okay, go right ahead.
Nothing they do surprises me anymore. Period.
The only thing they could do is take a shit on a bed like what Amber Heard did.
Oh dear God.
Would that surprise you though? I don't know.
No,
It's
no,
like
it wouldn't.
this. It's like this, and AB, you've heard me say this many a time. Before my dad passed, he conveyed a message to me, and he said, he says, Brian, you have 2 choices: get out or get the hell out. And before I lost him to prostate cancer, I went up to him and I said, Pop, I got your message finally. And he says, what are you going to do? I said, I'm going to take option C. He says, what's that? I'm getting the fuck out.
Yeah.
And I got the fuck out. You have 2 choices. When you are given those 2 choices, when my dad saw what was going on back in the 90s, and it took me some 15 years to to have the message really sink in. Pops knew what he was talking about the whole time, because after Pops died, my mother, God bless her, God rest her soul, flipped. A switch flipped. And I put it in that context because she lost her husband, she lost her life mate, her helpmate, and now it just took her a while to figure out what the hell she needs to do and how the hell she needs to do it. Now, I have a lot of sympathy for my mom because, and now understanding what she went through emotionally, because I don't know how I would handle it if I ever lost Dr. K. I don't know, and I don't want to find out until I'm 100. All right? And this little kitten Winnie is just bugging me. Will you sit down? But
you don't like cats, man? What's wrong with you?
I have 3 of them here. I have 3 of them here in the house.
I'm messing
This
with
one, I know. This one, Winnie is just the ringleader, and she's like bounding up.
She wants something. Yeah, give me something. Yeah.
And it's either food or attention, and I think it's attention because she's headbutting me now. Yeah, but when Dad gave me that message, I finally got it.
I do you one better, Snow. I do y'all all one better.
Talk to me.
You know who introduced me to the black man's guide to understanding the black woman and the black woman's guide to understanding the black man? The Queen Charlotte Ali. You know who introduced me to that book? A 62-year-old man who was also my grandfather. He introduced me to that.
Wow.
Both of them. And guess what? We read them together. I'm talking about, man, I was like, and I like just kept hearing, yep, all that. I'm like, okay, yeah, at first when he's reading, he's reading, we go paragraph to paragraph. Here we paragraph, I read paragraph. And, everything she's talking about, he was like, yeah, I'm up here looking at him like, what, I mean, I'm getting it, but it's like, I'm like not getting it because it's like, all right, he's saying yes to everything she's talking about, and as though he's walking, he's living at it, because they both are roughly the same age at the time. And I'm like, okay, but this is the time when I still had compassion for women because I had a lot of my granny up here. You know what I'm saying? But I'm
Yeah.
like, I mean, you saying all this, but you saying it, and I'm thinking, who you married to? You talking about my grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I went back and I read the other version, then I went back and I talked to my grandma. She said, everything that woman was saying in them books, I have been guilty of. Your grandfather was right. And after that, I mean, I quit being all about uh, trying to understand their feelings and taking shit for granted and,
Right.
overlooking shit like we've been trained to do. Oh, hell no. I mean, I look at them as, I think like, I don't trust you as far as I can throw you. If half you hoes in some big hefty bitches in Texas. So I know I can't chunk you. So that's how far I'm not trusting. And then when he told me, so anything that bleeds once a month and don't die is an unstable creature and is not to be trusted. And anything that can wake up and change their mind like they change their draws, you see your grandmother's not here. And I married her from the dirt on up. She
Is it
gave me.
wrong? I I I want to ask this question before I go.
Mm-hmm.
Is it wrong, as much as I miss my mom, to feel a sense of relief?
No.
Not really. I
Okay.
mean, we know you're gonna have love for her, but yet still, you have to separate that love. I love my grandmother. I love my ex daughter. But do I like them? I mean, yeah, I like my grandmother. But I do not like my ex daughter at all.
Okay.
What's her? And I know how to separate it. And once you learn how to separate it, it takes the burden off of you. See,
Mm-hmm.
it's like you want to walk around with that badge of armor that they laced and engraved on you, knowing that this badge of armor is corrupt. It's not tainted here. It's not like if you turn and flip it and put it on your bed, you know it will be honorable because you know he tried to walk an honorable life and he moved in an honorable way and he carried himself with honorable rules and regulations and things, and his integrity and fortitude was strengthened through. He had to, he said he had to do a whole lot of bullshit along the way and being injustice if he was a black man. He had to deal with that all the while walking a man's walk. You see, it's one thing to walk a man's walk and you white, but it's another thing you have to walk a man's walk and you black. You still got to walk the
Yeah.
man's and your walk.
Yeah. That's the answer. That's the answer I needed, because it's like when I got the news that my mother passed 2.5 years ago. I still can't believe it's been 2.5 years. Did I cry? Yeah, I boohooed my eyes out. But at the same time, part of me felt a sense of relief. And before I could even say that was wrong of me to think, the one person who stopped me was Jody.
Yeah. Story time here. It's been 10 years, and the truth of the matter is, I bought out and cried before I took her off life support because they took her to the hospital, and the doctor came. The doctor came sat on to said she had a brain hemorrhage, and he pretty
Mm-hmm.
much told me she didn't have much. She didn't have very long to live. And when I got in that hospital room, I looked at her and I just broke down and cried because I knew she was gone.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was just waiting. I just called family members. I'm like, look, you need to say your goodbyes. Wait a few days. Then, as I said, this is on a Sunday. I
Mm-hmm.
walked into the hospital on Wednesday. My mother's light skin like you, Ed. Her total skin color had darkened,
Yeah.
and after that, I was like, okay, that's it.
What you
I
went
missed her
through,
hug, and,
A
not too long after that, she passed.
what you went through, AB, with her, I went through it with my dad because I was there his final day.
Mm,
Something just told me to drive in to Chicago from Gary. He was such a shell of himself. He could barely talk. He was eating ice cubes and he would be leaning over. The day he passed away, June 12th, 2007, we were doing something we had always done. We were watching sports. We were watching a basketball game.
mm-hmm,
I got tired and I went in my old room
mm-hmm.
and I slept for about 90 minutes. When I woke up, he was gone. And for one of the few times in my life, I panicked. I didn't know what the hell to do. I
Yeah,
called
come on, you have
mom.
time, Charles.
I called mom. Mom came flying home.
Mm-hmm.
I called 911. And he had a DNR order on him. And I can honestly tell y'all, for the first 5 years, I blamed myself for my dad's passing. Even though so many people, mom included, told me it was not my fault, that the cancer ate him up and the radiation and the chemotherapy ate him up. And
Yeah,
having been through cancer and having taken chemotherapy, I now understand. I think the hardest part was letting go.
yeah, but we gotta move forward.
We have to. All right, let me say goodnight.
All right, have
Thanks
a
for,
good
let,
one.
thanks for letting me up for a while. I appreciate you guys.
All right,
All right, later.
hey, Namer, what's your take on the Fannie Willis situation?
First of all, what up, y'all?
What's going on?
Sorry I'm late.
That's good.
You're good.
Yeah, woke up well rested. So that I'll tell you that much. It's almost 5:40 a.m. over here. Anyway, the Fannie Willis thing,
Mm-hmm.
man.
By the way, 50 watching, hit the Cash App, support the show. Cash App's pinned to the top. Go ahead.
She came blazing. She came in there swinging. That's all I'm gonna say about it. I mean, as fucked up as the situation was for her
Mm-hmm.
and the gentleman and that who's her, lover, she came in swinging like I'm not someone on trial. You guys are.
Yeah.
And she understood they were going to play fair and they were going to play their game, and she came to fight. I'm not bigging her up for condoning anything she did, but I'm just saying this is just another game of theater, man. This whole thing's a game, as the late Dick Gregory would tell you. This whole thing's a game. But why are we getting so caught up in it? We gotta look at it objectively. We can't get caught up in the nonsense.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
But,
So my question is this: the boyfriend.
yeah.
I'm sure next time, anytime he comes to the courtroom, the judge gonna say, please tell me he came prepared. All right. I hope when he opens his briefcase, he pulls out the legal brief, not her brief.
Oh well. From apparently from that testimony, she doesn't wear a bra. So let me show that. Apparently, that did she
How old is this
testify?
woman
She
again?
testified, huh?
Why shut up?
How
You
old is
on the
this woman?
road?
I asked, how old is this woman?
She got to be about 58.
I think like 40s.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, sir, you giving
Way
her too
older.
much. Yeah, she about 58 because I'm 50.
Oh, oh, okay.
Which
Never
means
mind.
that, which means
What's going on,
she
brother?
probably don't wear no bra. She probably only got a bra that fits her ass or something like that. But hey, it is what it is.
Yeah. What's going on, electrician?
Hey, what's going on, AB? How you feeling? How's everybody doing tonight?
I'm doing
What's
pretty
going
good.
on?
Chilling.
Good, good. I'm just gonna weigh in really with this Fani Willis situation. I mean, I have not watched the trial, but from what I gathered in some of the snippets that I saw on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter. I mean, well, X. Yeah, she straight up hood. She went into defense mode because that was her guilty conscience talking. All that
Yep.
sassiness, that's all guilt. That's all guilt trip. That's so in the future, gentlemen, when you see a woman, when you like talk to a woman or confront a woman about an issue or something that you suspect her doing, and she give you all that sassy talk, that's guilt. That's that's a
Mr. Tex, that's one of the reasons I think she actually did the Black Manosphere a huge favor because she just showed the whole world what sign language looks like: guilt,
yeah,
shame, and the need to be right.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And
Now,
what it
did you see the icing on the cake? Who go check me, boo?
Pretty much,
Lean back,
yeah.
lean
You a
back
lie.
in. What you say? What you say, B? She was
She
what?
said, "You're a liar." I was like, she's bold. That guilt, shame,
Mm.
and need to be right is strong.
Mm. I
yeah,
saw I saw all type of masculines in that statement.
And electrician,
but mm,
I keep telling people, her and Letitia James. All I have to say about her and Letitia James is this: that's why the pawns go first. You
that's
only
right.
got one move.
Yep.
But
I mean,
okay,
like.
what's Letitia James downfall? Because as far as I was concerned, I thought she was running a pretty clean trial, wasn't she?
You never know.
But look at it like this, though. Now that, and going back to what you just said, AB, look at it like this. I'll put the Democrat Party. Okay, they used a lot of black women to become prosecutors, become head of the DA office, become mayors, and you
Yeah.
see the conundrum mess. Look, for example, look what's happening in the state of over in Dalton, Illinois, just outside of
Oh, Tiffany
Chicago.
Hendricks.
Dalton. Yeah, look at that. Look at
Yeah.
that. Look at the
I'm a black
prosecutor.
woman. Like, honey,
Hmm.
you have a $7 million budget hole. They have every
Yep.
right to just criticize your ass.
Look at the sister that was a prosecutor in the Freddie Gray case who just
Oh
got
yeah.
caught. Yeah, she just got caught. She just went to no. She just got convicted. Okay, I'm sorry, convicted of perjury and fraud on her own 401k, trying to buy some homes down in Florida, right?
Yep.
So all of this is coming ahead, and I'm telling you, this
Mm-hmm.
is the only group of men. I'm referring to the Black Manosphere. This is the only group of men who are talking about these ill-willed situations from our beloved black women. Nobody else ain't saying nothing. I'm right now. I'm at work right now. You think I had a conversation with a brother the other day, and I'm saying, man, I just read something that young black brothers, these young black boys out here, they're doing more investing on the Nasdaq, on the index, on S&P, on basically the New York Stock Exchange. They're investing more than we ever did.
Yeah. I'm proud of
Okay,
her.
Yeah. What when I told a brother that you know what he said? Well, so with black women, they doing it too. I said, bro, let me ask you something. You have a son? Yes, sir, I do. Who would you want to have to succeed in your family? Your son or your daughter? The same individual who's carrying your last name. Hmm? He thought about it for a minute. I said, think about it for a minute. I said, we have been so programmed to uplift our daughters, which I have no issue nor problems with, right?
Mhm.
But if you go look at see, we live under a gynocracy where that's women rules. And what white folks and most of the rest of the world, the rest of the world, they live on a matriarchy where like, okay, I'm gonna take a woman like I'll take care of the home, but once you I need you, baby, to go out here, conquer, kill, slay the dragon, come back home, figure out what we're gonna do with this money, but I'm gonna take care of the home. We don't have that situation. We just conditioned just to uplift our, young black girls, our women, which again I don't have a problem with it. But if you ain't uplifting yourself, brother,
Yeah.
we don't even know. Check this out, fellas. We don't even know that we are heading to. Black men are literally heading into extinction. So are black women. They don't even
Oh yeah.
realize that.
We were. I'm actually glad Charles is up here because I want to get his take on this and what charges can be brought. I was talking earlier about how this black chick was bragging on Instagram that she's allowing her 5-year-old daughter, yes, her 5-year-old daughter, to wax other chicks' vaginas.
Oh my God. Oh my God. But that's what happens when you have a
That's why I
gynocracy.
called you earlier because I wanted to. I know you're probably busy, but I wanted to get his take on that.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we're heading down, and it goes back to the Fannie Willis deal. When you see stuff like we're seeing this happen in real time,
Yeah.
this is the beginning of the destruction of humanity. I'm just gonna tell you like it is. When you see Fannie Willis doing what she's doing, we talked about just the prosecutor in Baltimore, the woman, the mayor in over in Dalton, Illinois. This is the beginning of. This is how you destroy civilizations, bro. Straight up.
Mm,
And you see it with us. I mean, you got it so bad where you got brothers who saying, we are stand-up individuals, we want to take care of our family, but we want to do this the right way, what God has given us, the ability to do it. And then you don't have enough brothers to stand with you. You
yeah.
don't even have enough brothers to stand with you. But the sad part about it is, the super sad part about it is, the brothers who don't stand up, you niggas is
Mhm.
just them niggas. Look, man, these niggas don't even realize you have just accepted your serfdom. You like being a serf. You like being a slave. As long as master, your woman, give you a nice little trinket every now and then, but you killing
Mhm.
yourself for her desires or whatever the case may be, you good with it. And that's I'm telling you, man, it's sad, man. And that Fannie Willis, this whole deal with her and this Trump deal, see, she about to feel it. She about to really feel it because they going to you knocking with some people who got real money and real political connections.
Mhm.
Okay, and man, I'm telling you, this case gonna get thrown. I don't know what's gonna happen with this case. I should say, but man, her situation, man, it's just typical. It's just what you said, like you said, AB. Um, Sign language all day. Shame, insult, guilt, and a need to be right. So I'm gonna leave it at there. I'm gonna let somebody else talk.
Yeah. She just showed. What's going on, Charles?
Ain't nothing like a chicken wing. Nothing. Just doing shift
But I
commanders.
wanted to get your take on that. That's why I called you earlier. I know you're probably busy.
Just a little bit busy earlier. My take on this personally, I just call it black women being themselves.
Unfortunately, yeah.
You think that there's
I've dated every black woman you can say, and damn near some black women who could be, in some circles, considered 100 octanes.
Mm-hmm.
The snarkiness is just a natural occurrence. There's nothing good enough. There's nothing wrong enough. There's nothing good enough, and you can do nothing right enough. Are you picking up what I'm putting down?
Yep.
Instead of gracefully stepping down, shout out to you, Marilyn Mosby,
Oh my God. Okay.
where a lot of your shit could have been handled quietly. You got people who are the number one prosecutors, the legal prosecuting arm of the city,
Mm-hmm.
getting caught up in scandals. Did I not 4 or 5 years ago warn you motherfuckers of Marilyn Mosby?
You did.
A lot of people took that as a joke. I said, trust me, she got she got a lot of shit with her. Why do you think so many assistant state's attorneys quit the job when she got hired? She never prosecuted a goddamn felony crime.
Really?
But no, that's what happens when you're pretty and light skinned.
That sound pretty much like Nathan Wade, Fannie Wilson's lover boy. He was a traffic cop. He was not a traffic cop, but a traffic judge.
Who's that?
Um, Nathan Wade, the prosecutor that Fannie Willis put over the Trump case in Georgia.
Yeah, they put these inexperienced, faulty qualified people in some of the most important cases in modern American history. They're trying to figure out if they should put an American president into jail, which is
Mm-hmm.
typically a political no-no,
Yeah,
because that's an international embarrassment. And what did
it
I
is.
warn? And what did I warn you about? Women don't see long-term ramifications. I can prove that. You know how I can prove that?
Uh,
Yes. What would you rather have? Say, black woman, the father being in your child's life or the child support? Hmm.
oh Lord, don't let him answer that. I take the child support.
But what did we find out the long-term ramifications?
Ew. Your boys are far behind, and ooh, you some of them ain't even teaching their girls how to handle their cycle every month.
And see, remember, the children are 5 times more likely to be abused at a single mother's home. But the abuse goes down significantly when there's a father hovering around, even when they're apart.
Yep.
You don't know what type of guy you're leaving your kids with. And then, God forbid, you have a teenage daughter who looks like what you used to be, but that you think that
Yeah.
guy
Then
ain't
the
gonna
mother
try?
gets jealous. There's no the mother gets jealous because there's no man there to keep her calm. So she gets jealous of the daughter.
Or if he got a man, he offering a couple of dollars to bust him wide open.
Yeah, you got that problem too.
And mom will fight her daughter over the man.
Yeah. We actually had a case a few years back. Mother daughter got killed in the street because they was in the street fighting over a man. They got hit by a car.
Were they black?
Of course. By the way, let's see. I got 60 watching. Like, share, subscribe, hit the Cash App, support the show. The Sergeant tax is in effect.
Oh yeah, Sergeant Falk in the building, baby. Show some love.
But going back to that case where the mother, I know you're probably not surprised when the mother allowed her daughter to wax other chicks' private parts.
You really want me to go black?
Yes, I do.
How many people
Y'all
we
hit
got?
the Cash App for this.
How many people we got in the chat?
We got 60.
I need to see a couple of rooms and some liquor and some bottles and cups of liquor in the chat. And we need at least 3 more donations, please. Because I'm about to go in like a goddamn dentist. I'm looking, I see one rule.
Mm-hmm.
Put a woo in the chat and your favorite bottle and your favorite cup of liquor. There you go, Andre.
Some chips or something?
Huh?
You eating some chips or something?
Oh yeah. You know we black. My man got a sippy cup.
Oh well.
Hey, you let the juice sit long enough to ferment and get you fucked up.
Mm-hmm. What's going on, Andre?
Don't forget to donate. I'm gonna tell you what I really think. Number one,
what's good, AB? Everybody.
let me take a picture of being in the bathtub with my son when he was a baby or toddler. I'm wiping him down. You don't see any genitalia being shown by either him or myself.
Mm-hmm.
I could be wearing shorts.
Mm-hmm.
I could literally wear shorts while giving my son a goddamn bath. And people would think that is pedophilia. But that's my son. There's nothing sexual going on.
Mm-hmm.
But you have a lady letting a little girl, how old was the little girl? Approximately 5. Why do you have a 5-year-old in a very adult situation where you're looking at private parts waxing them? That's not a job you need to. If you really want to show your kid how to work around the business, let her sweep. Let her count the money in the register. Learn her how to count.
Yeah.
There's many other avenues that you can. Yes, I'm from Baltimore. I can pronounce the word avenue. Not avenue. There's many different avenues that you could have taken than to actually have your child. Why aren't those people put underneath a jail? And I bet you she still got her kids.
Yeah, well, well, actually, to other black women have pointed this out. Everybody got waxed need to go to jail too. You let a 5-year-old wax your private parts, really?
Well, I seen a post that was actually talking about it was a content creator.
And the mother was bragging that she made like 700. Her daughter made like $700. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, there was a content creator that made a post claiming that, like, I posted it in that Discord, and like somebody said, I forget the fuck whatever they said that this woman's name was, this content creator, but apparently she's trying to take credit for calling CPS, and she claimed that CPS like contacted the police, and there's a file out and they're investigating. But I was happy to hear that at least, though.
Number one, let's talk about this. Not only is it child abuse, not only is it negligence because you're dealing with different types of chemicals around a 5-year-old, but you're exposing your child to possible STIs and STDs because I'm pretty sure a lot of those women don't know what the fuck they got.
And
CPS.
exposing them.
This is how you know there is no father at home. I'm gonna say some controversial shit. There used to come a time when you didn't do that shit with your child because you were afraid that the father would find out and whoop your ass. And I'm not preaching abuse to anybody, but you're exposing that child to you're basically prostituting your child. That's no different than a pimp bragging about, yeah, that bitch made me $700 in 30 minutes. You're concerned.
Imagine how that room smelled too.
What happened? What happened if that child, me and a 5-year old, rubs their face and they get wax in their eye? Or rubs their face just instinctively after touching some raw cooch? But if it was a man can't even take pictures with his son kissing his son, and y'all already cringing.
Right.
A man can't even lay in the bed with his own daughter watching TV, and y'all cringing. But y'all brag about this shit, right? That's amazing.
Yeah. You there?
Hey, uh,
Go ahead,
AB,
Oh,
Fat.
yeah.
did you already cover this? I was gonna
Well,
ask. I just seen an article, like it's not from today, but I only seen it today, talking about like that bill that they passed in Idaho.
no.
Well, like apparently the bill they passed in Idaho, you probably already know, is talking about where they could give the death penalty to
Oh, I heard
the
about that. To child
yeah,
abuse.
yeah. I was trying to word it properly, but yeah.
To child predators. Well,
Yeah, like apparently just they just passed this bill a couple days ago where they can give them the death penalty for that. I mean, it says for certain cases, but I mean the hope would be that it's for the majority of them. I see no problems with that.
I do.
what do you see? What's the problem with it?
The punishment should fit the crime. I mean, the punishment should fit the crime. Correct. I mean, certain
Uh,
places they offer them, sterilization and things like that to keep them from offending in exchange for avoiding jail time or some other alternative. Let's have them executed.
well, down here, like if you're in prison for like those kind of charges, like you're lucky if you survive. And I'm assuming it's the same way in the States, so that's why I don't really see any
Yeah,
issue with
depending
it
on where you're
because
going,
nobody likes
they don't
that.
put you in gin pop. Yeah.
Yeah, nobody likes that
Yeah,
shit. And then I also
so
looked up to see whether that was a red or a blue state, and obviously it's a red state that implemented that. Apparently there was another state that did it too before that. I think it was like Florida or
Mm.
something. It said.
Oh, okay.
what did they pass the bill
Yeah.
or was it presented to the state legislator?
It's
Legislative.
past both like the Florida one already happened some time ago. I'm not sure how long ago, but this other one just happened a couple days ago in Idaho. And like to me, with seeing that, I'm just like that's like yet another reason why dudes are going to the right
Mm-hmm.
because nobody wants that shit happening to their kids. Because
Yeah.
looking at the people speaking about it, I
And
didn't
these
see
veterans say
many
they get.
complaints about it. My bad, AB. What are you saying?
Mm-hmm.
No, I cut you off by accident. My bad.
Yeah.
What were you
We
saying?
were. Yeah, we were talking about Fannie Willis earlier. in her testimony,
The only
her
thing
so-called
I did,
testimony.
the only thing I did was sleep with the man. Come on, now. I ain't do much.
Yeah, she pretty much got to, in my
Yeah,
opinion, she pretty much got
Hood
on
was
the
all over.
yeah, I watched a little bit of that, but in my opinion, she just pretty much got on the on the stand and declared, "I'm an independent. I don't need no
Yeah.
man."
But that was your teacher, though.
Yeah,
She's up there talking some bullshit, talking about a man is just a companion and everything I spent, I paid it back. Like, I don't know. Her whole argument was bullshit.
yep.
And like they literally told her that like anything over 100, like $100 needs to be reported. And she was
Hmm.
trying to lie, even though they have the proof that she never spent over $100. Talking about, oh, maybe I spent it for a meal.
Whose money did she spend, first of all?
Taxpayers' money.
Of
Well, in
course.
that case, she should have declared it and everything. I mean, you can like Mr. Z said when he covered the whole scandal. You don't go against him without being squeaky clean. You got to be squeaky clean before you can prosecute a case like this. And then she has
That's
whatever
you,
her
Ed.
man's name is. Well, what's going on?
Ed, is that you?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Oh, shit.
control of my head. I'm thinking like, shit. Did y'all hear me? Fuck. Why y'all?
You
You know.
sound far away, Ed.
Yeah. My headset is up. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Different icon. Just wanted to make sure it
No,
wasn't
I
anybody.
understand. I understand, man. We all got to get patted down. These motherfuckers are retarded. Black people can't have shit.
I know, right?
at least
Yeah, but
heat
I.
up until you got to say something.
Hmm.
Shit. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I feel like actually I don't feel. I think they need to replace the prosecutor and shit. But understand, this is all just theater, like I said, man. It's all a game.
Hmm.
somebody was
Yep.
making the argument saying that apparently she was already with him before, like she was on that case.
She was.
She was.
Oh,
Right.
of
That's
course
what.
she
That's
was.
where her so-called friend testified that she was with them back in 2019.
Uh-huh. Wait, didn't her father testify? Wasn't her father told her to take a stand?
Yeah, I didn't watch that testimony.
Her father
What's
established
he got to
that
do with all this? I mean, this
like
is between two
like
consenting adults.
nah, like the reason why the father takes a stand, he was up there talking some bullshit, talking about how when like years ago, some racist like didn't let him pay with his credit card or
Yeah.
with any of
Also,
his credit cards.
to put some more context, apparently, she Fanny was supposed to take the stand again, but after that performance, her lawyers probably cussed her out and said, "Hey, like, bitch, don't get on that stand again." And they put her father on the stand instead.
Unless it's a black woman.
Well, like his
Unless
whole
her
explanation
attorneys are black women.
like his whole
Oh, sorry.
explanation
Go
is
ahead.
like because like he wasn't able to pay with credit cards like years ago. He was practicing keeping a bunch of money on hand, and that's the reason why he had money available.
Which is a very bad practice nowadays. But
Yeah, it's bullshit. And then it's like everything that was apparently spent on the dude or she gave to the dude. She's talking about it
mhm.
was paid in cash.
I can see if
But
this was back in the '90s and having cash and traveler's check. I can understand that, but this is 2024. You don't need to be carrying all that kind of cash on you like that.
I'm assuming it's even worse over there because me, like, I rarely even see fucking cash these days. Everything's fucking, you know, debit or credit.
Right. And some countries don't even allow you to use cash like that. So,
Or Google Pay or Apple Pay in some cases.
hmm
Hell, I mean, some of us even have like different payment apps they use in certain countries instead
yeah.
of like
So,
using the card.
Like her whole argument was bullshit. She was up there talking about, well, they when they were interrogating her or questioning her, um,
hmm
they were like asking her whether she knew that basically what she was doing is wrong because she had a relationship with this dude and it's a conflict of interest and whatnot, and she's trying to play like she didn't know, etc.
she knew. She knew. But uh,
No, we're awake. Don't worry. You're not all alone.
yeah. Uh,
If
y'all
I
hear me?
gotta start singing Michael Jackson's
Yeah,
"You're Not Alone," just let me know, AB.
Yeah. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
yeah,
we
I
can
can
hear
hear
you
you.
clearly.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. I was
Yeah,
doing something in the background, but okay. But yeah,
just look.
yeah. Now let's talk about how they might be replacing Biden now, since that report came out that he's not cognitive enough to stand trial, but he's somehow cognitive enough to run the country.
This thing is mentally incompetent.
There's pretty much saying he's too old to stand trial. The
Too old and too senile.
Yeah, too senile to stand trial, but he's not senile, but he can still run the country, right?
Once again, AB, like our late elder, well, sorry, y'all late elder said, it's just a political game. This is a game for these people. You understand that?
I think it's past the game at this point. Like Trump already won. Like I don't see Trump losing here.
Yeah, anything's possible.
Anything
Yeah, that's
could possible. I mean, they may not live to see November. They're both AARP card holders. They're both just around the corner from kicking the bucket. So
We're gonna see
a
what
lot can
happens.
happen. Don't be surprised if you hear former president in the United States, Donald Trump, has died. Cause of death, natural cause.
Oh boy.
well. I wasn't really talking about circumstances like that. I'm just talking about like the way that it's going right now and all of the
Hmm.
shit that people have against Biden. Like I don't see him winning. And if he was to get replaced, who's going to replace him?
I don't know, Andre. We got a lot of delusional black people out here.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Now that you brought that up, yeah, some of the like the people that been going at BGS lately, like just listening to them talk, it's like they actually said they're lefties. So I'm like, okay, it kind of makes sense now.
No, it doesn't.
You
No, it
think
doesn't. Because
there's some
lefties,
logic in these
because real
people?
lefties don't sound like them. I know what real lefties sound like, and they don't sound like they hate Biden more than we do.
Biden's a conservative, first of all. Let's get that straight.
Yep.
There's a lot of great. You gotta understand. There's this overlap when it comes to these folks here. When it comes to the two parties, there
Yep.
are liberal Republicans as there are conservative Democrats.
Exactly.
Was
I
it
was
that
voting more so like,
Craig V. Hewlett? Was
Huh?
it Craig V. Hewlett said about the two parties? When it comes to major issues, they're both in agreement. They just
Yep,
argue
they're both
about the
in
details.
agreement.
When it comes to
Yeah,
major
they
issues,
just argue about the details. Look how they passed this bill to fund the Ukraine war.
well, it came with what? Who else? The Israeli one as well. They also had to back up Israel in the process.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I was more so speaking about like the whole like SBE crowd, how they similarly all seem to follow the same party. And when I was just listening to their discussion, well, a few of them anyways, like they're
They'll
talking
be all
about
right.
how like the dudes on that side and like the stuff that they're promoting is like it's pretty much anti-family and the whole alternate communities, we'll say that.
Well, let them promote it. Let people show people. Let them show people who they really are. It is what it is. If they want to live that alternative lifestyle, then that's on them. If they want Transformers to compete with your daughters, that's on them.
Yeah, I mean, most people are just coasting through the political situation. To be honest with you, they're not even really. I mean, because honestly, it's like people. It's really shit is on autopilot right now. To be honest,
Yeah,
it
for a
is
lot of
what it
people it
is.
is. We hate Trump. Oh my gosh, we can't have Trump back in. I'm like, really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like. My thing is when for anybody that voted for Biden, did you actually expect? Did you actually expect Biden to be in there 8 years? Like seriously. And really, it just comes down to the parties and what they're doing. And a lot of the parties, pretty much, the parties are pretty much doing whatever they need to do to get get through their next round of donations. That's pretty much what that is.
Pretty
Anybody that
much.
has and really a lot. That's why a lot of them older folks need to kind of be bounced out. They really like. You just need to have a mass cleaning out. Anybody that's like, really, I'd say 50 or over, or probably 60 or over, being reasonable. They just need to be
There
cleaned
goes
out.
leadership. There goes the entire leadership.
Well, I mean, usually the leadership is that age, but whatever. It'll be a couple people that can survive it. But I mean, even look at Mitch McConnell.
Oh, you mean the dirty diaper turtle?
Yeah, I mean, you got people. I mean, look at Dianne Feinstein. She was a senator in California.
Yeah,
Like,
she died at 90 in office.
yeah, but
Those
she
factors,
looked like she been like. I'm not joking about that. She looked worse than what my mom did when I found her. That is literally how bad she was looking, and she could not have been
No,
caught.
you're right. They were keeping her alive. Yeah, I believe you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm dead ass serious, and they cognitive like she could not have been cognitive, and the fact that shit like that is like happening more and more, and that's the type of shit that the corporations would do because they don't care, because that's not now will you let somebody be that old running the damn Fortune 500 company? Go look and see how many of that old. No, because they like, because you're gonna need what you're gonna need with the government. It's almost like the government, they want the government. When I say they, I mean they're gonna do whatever they can do to get away with what they can get away with, but the government needs to be weak in order for a lot of stuff to go on. And I'm a capitalist, but at the same time, there's a lot of stuff there. There's supposed to be a balance between stuff, and that balance is just not there, and it hasn't been. It really hasn't been for a while. It really hasn't.
Yeah,
Um,
that's why there's a lot of old people up there just hanging on to keep this bullshit going. Because especially with the way housing prices and rent prices are now,
oh yeah, and
that
and
that's a powder cake waiting to happen.
yeah, and it's like, and I get it. They don't want to quote unquote lose their value, but see, usually those type of value pops don't exist because it's like, okay, they're down the house, it passes on to the next generation, and whatever value it's going to be on. But it's because I mean something's going to pop, and then really as far as the Democrats, all these immigrants coming in here, like the flood, whether the Republicans secretly want them in here or not, that's a class thing. People on the ground are not trying to deal with that. And so they're doing too much too quick. And it's like nobody really has a strong hand on nobody has a strong understanding of what's going on and why. You don't really hear a narrative out there as far as why this is happening. It's just a whole bunch of motherfuckers trying to get their little whatever, pet issue in there and done. And
Yeah,
there's no strong direction in the country as to like, there are no, even on the Republicans, there are no narratives. It's the Republicans mainly are bitching about the same old shit they're bitching about too. You can't really say, okay, well, if the Republicans get in office, this is what's going to happen.
right. Oh no, I got
You
smoke
know,
for the Republicans too. They like, look, if y'all want to keep the House, all you really have to do is shut the fuck up about abortion.
Yeah, well, at the end of
That's,
the day, any female, the thing.
I know they ain't gonna do it. I know they're too stupid. Some of them are too stupid, but
Yeah, but these women and these fucking abortions, like, so they got to have a real conversation about that. Really, you're not arguing about abortion. You're really arguing about your ability to be out here fucking willy nilly. That's really what y'all upset about.
I want the right to steal something.
Let's just be real about it. Like the because a lot of these states, abortion is absolutely legal. So y'all don't want any inconvenience. Like, well, I should bitch shut. Like when people be like, oh, I should have a right. Because the thing is, that's a way for them not to engage with it. Oh, I should have a right to my body. And you know what? You're right. And I should have a right to know if a kid is mine. So let's say this. I'll be cool with abortion coming back when we have a national referendum on paternity fraud. Meaning every kid that gets born, it is verified who that father is. And if you can't verify it, y'all don't get shit.
Well,
Then it'll get real quiet on that.
If she got a right to her body, then I got my wallet.
Yeah, I mean, and at the end of the day, and the only reason the government doesn't do that is because they know they're going to be foot with the bill. But this is where the culture comes in, where it's kind of like, I mean, seriously, like, so, cause that abortion thing is not like the number one priority. Women, but honestly, and women, it ain't for women, to be real with you. Like that's not gonna keep them from the Democrats in office. Abortion technically isn't illegal. It's just you need, if you want to vote in your fucking state. If you got a real problem, because if y'all in these liberal states, y'all can get abortions. I don't know what the issue is.
mm-hmm.
Have you guys heard about this? Dr. Dunbar did a stream this morning where he was talking about like CO2 emissions, and the reason why he was doing the stream, he said that that's probably going to be a topic that's going to be brought up in the election. And earlier this afternoon, like when Hood was doing a stream, he was showing like I'm pretty sure it was like a Democrat that was talking about the negative effects of CO2 emissions on Black people. And it's like, are you kidding me with that shit?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we already.
By the way, excuse me, hold on a second. AB, I gotta correct you something. We were talking about Fani Willis and her birth. It says here she was born in 71, so she's 52 or 53.
Oh, okay.
And also she's been married, divorced, has 2 daughters.
Really?
Ooh.
Yeah.
What?
Married. Yeah, 8 years. She was like married for like 8, 9 years and had 2 daughters. But anyway,
Okay.
the thing is, like what Ed's saying is like, or like Z would mention, the Republicans, they don't really have anything. They don't have anything of substance to offer their constituencies. When we're talking about city mayor, state governor, or legislative seats of like the House or the Senate, both at the state or at federal level. All they have is a culture war.
This is
All they
why.
have is a culture war.
Yeah, this is why. Back when Trump was running, I told Black people, if you want Trump to do something for you, get your ducks in a row, put his name on it, sell it to him, say it was his plan, and watch how fast he makes the Republicans pass that shit. That's all you got to do.
Good luck. Good luck on that. But I will say this: I
No, you're
have to
not
ask
going to
this
get
question.
you may not get everything that you want in the bill, but put Trump's name on it. He's gonna
Get
pass.
about
He's gonna find a way to pass that shit.
you get
Well, here's
78.
my question though. Hold up, Charles. Charles, please. I have a question to ask. And it's really important to ask because remember the last election. Prior to the insurrection, he did get people riled up by telling them like the only way this election is going to be fair is if we win, and if we lose, it's because it's rigged. How do we know we're not going to get a repeat of that this time around?
You will.
You don't.
And let's say hypothetically speaking, let's say he does lose. What's going to stop him from trying to rob people up to start like another insurrection or instigate one?
The fact that if he loses again, something's gonna happen. And not only is something gonna
Yeah,
happen, he gotta understand he got kids. He got kids to worry about. That's the type of shit where it's like, okay, you know what they signed up for when they accepted that security clearance. He won't pull that shit again.
Yeah, I doubt he'll pull that shit again.
I mean, presidents have been assassinated, so I mean, I don't know what he thinking can't happen, and and he's a former like he won't pull that shit again because then he won't pull that shit again. He won't pull that shit
He
again.
won't pull it again because he'll be brought up on charges of treason.
And yeah, and they won't play with him this time.
Actually, be executed for treason.
Mm-hmm.
What's your guys' take on what I was talking about? Because I think that's the dumbest shit ever. Because like typically they say that people that are on the right are the climate change deniers, and it was like Democrats pushing some the CO2 emissions, they negatively impact black people more than they impact everybody
Well,
else.
that's a way.
That's
That's a
what they're
way of
saying.
not
I'm like, that
talking
was the
about
dumbest shit.
reparations. That's all that is. All
Yeah,
that
pretty much.
is they don't have nothing to say. They're not going to give black people anything. Environmental pollution is a real thing. Black people in Wisconsin deal with it a lot. They deal with it everywhere. But at the same time, that has nothing to do with anything. That's more
Like
about not talking about something than talking about something.
that's pretty much deflecting because one, you owe a debt, and now everybody knows America owe a debt to black people. Who do you think know it the most? White people. They know
Mm-hmm.
it most. So he intellectually dishonest and disingenuous. They're gonna put up other shit in the way to be like, oh well, if we give, this is the reason why I look at Negroes who talk poorly about giving black people reparations. When every other race of people get a wealth of money in their pocket, do you care where they spend it? I'm pretty sure the Native Americans who got casinos, do you go to be like, oh no, that's gonna mess up your tribe? Oh no, you're gonna buy a Cadillac instead of preserving the forest.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually a good point to make because I wasn't looking at it from that perspective. I was just looking at it. They were trying to use that as an excuse for black people to vote Democrat.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they've been doing the same shit and trying to remix the same song for like a long time. So you get to a certain, you look at it long enough. I mean, you see the pattern because the thing about it is, I mean, so what do you? Because here's the thing: what are you exactly going to do about CO2 emissions with black people? So there's no way to help black people specifically. That's a That's like a everybody thing. So you're
Not
not
just,
helping black people by helping CO2 emissions.
not just the robot. Beep 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 beep. The infrastructure bill help black people. Beep 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 beep
That's an
beep
all
beep beep.
lives matter argument. Like
I
that's what
know.
I would
I
ask
know.
them. I just know that's what I would ask them. I'm like, why would you even mention black? Number one, it's not black people's fault. You make it sound like that argument like lives or I'm talking about the person that said that, not Andre. I'm talking about the original person that said that. And so
Mm-hmm.
so if this was not a politician but somebody commenting, it's just a way to fill up airtime. Because the thing about it is, just think about a lot of the people. Think about like somebody like Tucker Carlson, for example. You think Tucker Carlson would have been able to interview Putin if he worked for Fox?
Nope.
No, No,
Not a
so even
No,
now,
they
I'm not saying I agree with shit he says because he says dumb shit now. But look at what he says now versus what he was saying when he was on Fox. He's definitely more freer to give nuances as to what he thinks and how he thinks
yeah,
versus having to like. You can definitely see a difference between like him and Hannity, for example. Just to give an example, where Hannity is just pushing the bullshit because that's what
yeah.
he
He's just a
does.
hat.
He's pushing ideology. That's what he does. He's getting paid for it. Tucker at least wanted to be seen as he's always had that kind of chip on his shoulder where he wanted to be seen as a journalist. He's still on the bullshit, but he wants a certain gravitas that like Hannity didn't necessarily care for. People forget Hannity came from radio too. Tucker didn't really come from that. So
Right.
he's more free. So it's always a money issue with going, we'll call it going rogue. But once you can have that sold up, you can pretty much do a lot of interesting things and talking a lot and there's a lot of people that said a lot of different things about that interview, but even the fact that happened, especially when we're in war, gotta remember technically we're not at war. He's there at war with Ukraine, but the Cold War bullshit. Even yeah, it's
Cold War Part Two.
some people, there's a lot of people that are younger, they probably wouldn't have believed that he would ever talk to anybody, especially coming over here and doing it. Or did he come over here or did they go? Where did
No,
that
they
happen?
went to Russia.
Oh, okay.
they took place in Russia. It went to
If I'm
Moscow
not
because he
mistaken,
cannot travel
it
any
was in the
place.
Kremlin itself.
Oh yeah, because okay, yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, that was a two,
He
and
doesn't
it
leave.
was yeah, it
But the
was
thing
2
is,
it was 2 hours that happened.
Mhm.
2 hours,
By the way,
a long time.
there's 70 watching. Like, share, subscribe, hit the Cash App, support the show. Sergeant tax is in effect.
And
See,
so
gotta
bear in
remember,
mind, Ed. Here's the thing, Ed. We also got to understand that
Namer, let Charles get in.
he like he. I'll let him in. Just let me get
you
this out.
gotta remember is that Tucker has a lot going for him that the average person don't. He's middle America
Mm.
white.
yeah,
He's Republican white friendly.
Yep.
So he's gonna go and he's gonna talk to Putin because guess what? That's the pro-Trump thing to do. That's what Trump would do. Remember, they always say this shit.
yeah,
So
and he's aware of his audience too.
yeah, you got to remember, like a lot
Hmm.
of people in America are politically ignorant.
Unfortunately.
So he don't even know he's at war with Ukraine. Most Americans probably don't.
It's what Charles and Ed were just talking about on the topic of Tucker. Like I told this to AB like last week or some shit. Like apparently when he did that interview with Putin, he also came to Canada, but he came to like in my province, which is the most conservative province in Canada, and that caused the whole thing. And apparently there was like thousands of Trump supporters there. So like he's doing his rounds basically is the point that I'm trying to make.
He's the hype man for the Conservative Party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much, yeah.
So
Yeah, Tucker Carlson's kind of occupied a space where, because he's done some dumb shit, but he
he's
ain't compared to
Yeah,
everybody else. He's the one that can be seen as the
yeah. I
most
always thought he was a
credible.
prick.
he's
Yeah,
I
the new
always thought.
he kind of hung around. Yeah,
he's the new Rush Limbaugh.
Pretty much,
I
yeah.
Pretty much.
I wouldn't say. I
The
mean,
thing is,
Yeah,
the
Rush is a
thing
little bit more
is,
racist and more of a prick, but
I really don't care enough to argue about it. I mean, it is what it is.
well, Limbaugh was he didn't really believe in the shit he said. He just did it just to stir the pot because he knew that was how he got paid because controversy sells. Carlson, we gotta remember, is not struggling for money considering where his background and everything. And people forget he was on CNN's firing line at one time, so he's been around the block. But the thing
yeah,
was, like,
Tucker's been around for a while.
yeah, he's been around a long time 20, 25 years plus. Hannity and O'Reilly
Hmm.
were the big dogs, basically. He was just that annoying mutt who just came from, who got transplanted from CNN. So he was never going to be accepted at Fox like that, even though he was who he was. But
Yeah, but to
and he
his
tried to
credit, he made a
emulate
name
them.
for himself.
He did make a name for himself. He did make a name for himself. But you think O'Reilly's going to just let him just come in and take his spot? He's like, no. If I'm
No,
staying
no,
and he's
no. Ronnie
gone,
got fired. Remember?
he did.
Yeah, Bill O'Reilly got fired. That's why Tucker took his spot.
Then how do you get a? Then how do you get the boot?
Me too.
No, I mean, how did Carlson get the boot?
Um,
Didn't they let
I
O'Reilly
think
back in?
it had to do with one of the lawsuits or something that Fox News had.
So, yeah. They just made him basically the sacrificial lamb, maybe the scapegoat. He had to go. But
Yeah, that's
Hannity's
the
still
gist of
there.
it.
Everybody else is still there. But he's trying to stay relevant.
Yeah.
But a lot of people just like, it is what it is. So these are just TV personalities, just trying to stay relevant out since leaving Fox and shit. Others who've gone to other networks, but their stock has gone down the drain. And I'm like, who gives a fuck what you think? You're fucking irrelevant at the end of the day. And there's a reason Putin chose to have that interview with Carlson, because he knew nobody from Fox News is going to interview him technically.
Well, and
And
that was actually part of that interview as well. That he was making, Putin was making some remarks about that goofy shit they did in Canada a while back, where they honored a Nazi.
he did also backhand. He also did give Carlson a few backhanded compliments. And he did kind of like hit him with a few put downs, like talking about Carlson couldn't make it into the CIA while he was able to make it into the KGB and some shit like that. I mean, that just shows you how little respect Putin has for this man. He just looks at him as just a means to an end. You're a fucking tool. I invite you to do this interview, but understand you are a fucking tool and you are a means to an end. But then again,
he's
right
in a
now,
position of power.
Yeah, he's in a position of power and trying to prove himself. But right now, with the death of Navalny, let's see what happens now. That's an interesting situation right there. Your top political enemy dies in prison.
Wow.
Under dubious circumstances.
Well, that's Russia's business. Ain't nothing we can do about it.
Wow. Well, that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Yep. I'm interested to see if the Democrats are going to make Joe Biden drop out or not, though.
Joe Biden is going to run with my brother, mate. Joe Biden. I heard he has first vision.
Oh, you go. That man is damn near 83 years old. You understand how stubborn and headstrong the son of a bitch is, despite his dementia.
And he's gonna run unopposed. You know this, AB. Ain't nobody finna step up to the mic. You gonna just go keep it waiting. I don't know. The one who should have ran, they booted him out early. That Kennedy dude. Shit, it is what it is. It's gonna be 2 old farts running again.
Okay.
Too geriatric.
Well, hell, I guess I won't be black in 2024 either. Oh well.
You said it. I didn't.
Well, you heard the old man. You don't vote for me. You're not black. If you have to find out whether you for me or Trump, then you're not black. Guess I won't be black in 2024.
I'm already turning white, so fuck it. And thankfully, I live outside the U.S., so fuck it.
Oh yeah.
As long as he's got them black heifers on his team, come hell or high water, they go run the same 1934 wishbone play. Same way. 3 yards clear a day.
You don't tell me, Al. You know they've already sent Auntie Maxine out there to shame us.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get your fast. Gotta get your fast hands back on the field.
You gotta get on the field. She gotta put in some plays. She still got some plays left in her. She like the Gipper.
Oh no. Oh no. You gotta do it for the Gipper. Lord help her. She got Gipper power.
Pretty much.
She's got the Gipper. Gonna do it for the Gipper. My God.
But yeah, they sent Maxine Waters out to the wag her finger. I don't understand. What does Bo Biden have to do to impress black men?
Just the same thing we gotta do to impress us. Treat us
Mhm.
better. Treat a black man well? I don't know about that. That might be.
And and of course they're gonna
Well,
send that old tired sharecropper out there, Jim Clyburn.
Oh no.
Oh, that's the other halfback. He gonna get him some yards too. Goddamn it, I'm telling you. And then they got Nancy Pelosi playing fullback. Shit, they got this shit covered. They was 3 yards in a cloud of dust. I'm telling you.
Every time I see
bet you,
Jim
where's
man.
Snowman where we
Clyburn,
need him?
every time I see Jim Clyburn, we knows Joe, and Joe knows us. We loves Master Joe. Oh,
Is this
no.
motherfucker
We,
related to
we
Uncle
never gonna
Ruckus?
get reparations now. Come to
I
my
pity,
fist side now.
I pity the fool.
I once said this. I've said this many times regarding reparations, and y'all can hate me for it, but it's the motherfucking truth. If they give you guys reparations now, who they gonna give it to? And if they give it to y'all, you know they're gonna give you. They're not gonna give it to you without some fucking conditions, unless they're trying to set you up and it's like, all right, we're going back to slavery or some shit like that.
You can't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which is
I mean, look
why
at what they give you
I wish
one.
they would give us
What they
another
give you
stimulus
one
package.
hand to take with the other.
But here's the
Sorry,
part about.
as you were saying.
Here's the reason.
Go
Here's
ahead.
one of the reasons you should give black people reparations. Because you gave everybody else reparations.
True.
That's not what I. Yeah, but here's the thing.
In other words,
They're gonna try to fuck y'all over. That's what I'm trying to say, Charles.
What
that,
else is new?
that everybody else had to be threatened with certain conditions. No. The Native Americans, they dragged their asses for 500 years. But they can build a casino tax free and keep caking all that wealth. And guess who's the majority of people going to those casinos? A good number of them are black.
Oh wow.
Asian people. What were their reparations in World War II? They were each member of the family received $25,000. Hey, Amy, go on your computer real quick and see what $25,000 would be in today's time.
Adjusted for inflation.
Adjusted for inflation, I forget what it is. It was something absurd. Like $1 million or something.
Let me look it up for you. Ugh, lazy bastards.
What
No, I'm on my phone.
did
That's the
I
problem.
do?
I know.
If I stay too long, out of
I know. It
out of this
happens.
window, it'll shut down on me.
I know because it does that to me. Let me see. Let's say
I'm
1946.
surprised y'all ain't got no tablet.
Each family member would have got the
Get
equivalent
the
of
cash app, support the show. I can get the tablet. Go ahead.
each each fucking family member would have got the equivalent of $421,354.40.
Damn.
Is that life changing money? For
Oh
every,
yes.
and that's for every member of
To
the
an
house.
extent, yeah.
So you wonder why, Mama Song and their kids are going to Yale. Not because
Or
they're super,
Harvard.
because they can fucking afford it. What about how many generations of firefighters the Italians have or police? How many people send their kids to college or bought homes with all them benefits? And with the added bonus, you get to oppress another minority.
Yeah.
So I like to say this, and I quote so elegantly to anybody who don't like it. But you pay me. And you know that you should have paid these reparations because you benefited from it all this time. You punk motherfuckers.
Speaking of Trump and money, did you guys heard that after the court ruling, he started his own shoe line?
What's that?
Yeah, as he came he made an appearance at SneakerCon in Philadelphia as a convention for sneakers, and he got booed. He got booed and jeered and everything, but he presented a pair of gold colored shoes that he's selling online for $3.99 called Trump branded. I'm like,
Okay.
good luck.
He needs to raise the money. They fined him $355 million.
He's ordered to pay $355 million.
It's
Trust and
just
believe. They're just probably gonna, if they don't.
it's just like
I mean,
here's another point that here's another point I want to bring out. I forget the colonel's name, and I posted it in my community tab. This is the reason why black people should never listen to that. They'll never give. You should always fight for reparations.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what you get if you're a Medal of Honor winner? You're
I'm
automatically
not.
you're automatically 100% disabled. No matter who's the ranking person in the room, everybody has to stand up and salute you by tradition. And also, your kids are entitled. Your kids and I believe your grandkids are entitled to go to the military academy. How much? And you wait till the guy's like damn near 70, 80 to give him the Medal of Honor that he deserved back in the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
This is the reason why. Because how many problems? Most of the problems in the black community are what? Economic.
Yeah.
Financial, economic, yeah.
So if you actually had the economics in the black community, it should. Black men could afford to go to training schools. Black men could afford to be single dads. Black men could start businesses. And we're not even just talking about the ladies, and I'm talking about black men specifically for a reason. Black men wouldn't be on the bottom row of American society, would they?
No. I'll be right
No.
back. Got change phones.
Think about this, right? When I went to ESI, that was 25,000 hours.
Mm.
What if I wasn't a vet? And now you're going to need they actually specialize in executive protection or EP, PSD, which is personal protection, excuse me, personal security detail for high risk security,
Mm-hmm.
DDM, designated defensive marksman, which is basically a counter sniper, somebody who specializes in long range of rifles and giving overwatch to security teams. With all that, and especially since they're going to be recovering in Ukraine and other countries, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where the worldwide security, you know, details or programs are going to come out. How many black men would be great to suit for those jobs if they had the right training? But the problem with the right training is you don't have the right amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the reason why I'm one of the biggest proponents to reparations. Because all the fucking issues we have, think about it. You wouldn't have so many boys trying to get a sports scholarship if they were ready to work on their if they were ready to work on their academics, right?
Right.
But if you could take the time to go to a training class and pay it out of pocket without worries of debt,
Yeah.
I think we all need to realize this is that reparations is not just the money; it's also free education, land ownership without restrictions on development, and sale
Mm-hmm.
without taxation. If you're not
Yeah.
if somebody who hasn't committed a violent crime, you should be able to expunge your record in an expedient way. I think that college up to at least the first or second, either to a bachelor's or a master's, should be free of charge to blacks. Preference to get into a military academy should be given, because God
Mm-hmm.
knows black people fought for this country more than anybody else. Oops, I'm not supposed to say that. Y'all better hit that donation chat. You're getting some raw truth now, baby.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
this is
remember, excuse me for interrupting, but I remember Patrice O'Neill had a very interesting point regarding reparations.
what I'm happy about you, Namer. You may
But
inter- you may interrupt, but at least you have manners. God damn it.
I got to apologize every once in a while. I just coming to what you were saying. Now, Patrice O'Neill said this. He said, black folks with reparations, if we're going to get actual reparations, I don't think it should be in the form of finances. What they should do for us is like black folks should be exempted from all from federal income tax. That way we have money to be able to develop wealth for ourselves, which could uplift ourselves, but that could also benefit the rest of the country. I mean, Lord knows. I mean, the countries benefit from exploitation of black people.
I
But
think
if
it should
you
be.
were to,
I
huh?
think it should be financial on many different levels, because
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
guess I don't care what nobody says. There's a different feeling when you get a little amount of money in your pocket,
Mm-hmm.
True.
and there should be educational. It should be residential. It should be, excuse me, criminal justice worthy, or at least in the reparations of expungement as well. Um, Land development and ownership. There's a lot of, believe it or not, in this country with 350 to 375 million people, there's a lot of empty space in our fucking country. Why can't we build? Why can't we buy farms? Why can't we get the tractors? Why can't we till the farm? Don't tell me what I can do on my land. And also, I think there should also be a clause in that contract that you cannot sell that land to anybody outside your family.
Mm.
That's how
You
we
know
have.
what? It's
That's how
just
we have
like what
our
you said.
family.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying that's how we have it for my family.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Speaking of STEM, like we always talk about people going into STEM. I think it's important. We need more people being put into school to become climatologists, meteorologists. Have people study agricultural science, uh, especially
Mm-hmm.
those who are specialized to learn how to turn deserts into arable land. Have people who study hydroelectrical engineering. Because hell, if we're going to try to uplift ourselves, we have to also do it in a way that's both sustainable with minimum environmental impact and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there are places where they're learning how to do what do you call it? It's not insulation, but insulation and ventilation, but they do it like in an environmentally friendly way. They took the design like from a termite hill or something like that. This was in a shopping
Mm-hmm.
mall somewhere in Africa, I remember. I think in Southern Africa. What if they could do housing like that? That could save like a lot of energy.
What's that?
No, they build they like build certain structures and like buildings and homes in a way where they're both
High rises.
environmentally just not just high rises but low rise as well. We're talking about buildings, folks, not jeans. I know some people got triggered when I said low rise,
Well, you got
but
to think about it. High rises are not practical for a lot of people
yeah,
for
that's true.
for safety and
Especially like in
the urban environment.
especially like in not just urban environment, but areas where you have a lot of seismic activity, like what happened in Turkey a couple of years
Yeah.
ago, where all those buildings collapsed after an earthquake.
Oh
No,
no,
last year I think
gotta
it
have
was.
turkey.
Shit.
Gotta have turkey with your gravy. That's kind of funny. They named their country Turkey. Are they gonna
Turkey.
beef with? I'm like, my country
We
should
call
be.
it Turkey. They call it Turkiye, which means land of the Turks, because remember they honor their Turkic ancestry that came from Central Asia.
Oh yeah.
But they're not the only Turkic folks in that area. I mean, look at the Caucasus. Look at within the
Yeah.
Middle East, even into parts of
Giggity.
Europe.
Giggity. He said caucus.
The Caucasus.
Oh, the Caucasus Mountain, yeah, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Where the pricks come from?
Yeah, yeah, well,
Yeah, I mean, I'm not lying.
And you know who the
Yeah.
biggest prick was from out of the Caucasus?
Who's that?
Joseph Stalin.
Oh yeah.
He was born in Yosef Jugashvili from
We
Gori, Georgia.
we have no starvation here. Everybody eat well. Hide the bodies.
Everybody eat well, you know.
Everybody eat here. Hide the bodies.
Yeah, right. And both your
allegedly,
arms are the
yeah.
same size, motherfucker. His right arm was shorter than his left due to an accident.
Oh. I mean, when you try to connect it back together, there may be some flaws. You know, technology wasn't what it was back then.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you could tell he had a one arm shorter because on his right arm he always wore a band.
Hmm.
Excuse me.
Gives the impression of making look longer. How you doing? We're from. I came to come here and get down. I'm getting jiggy with it.
And
Getting
Boney M is in the background singing Rasputin.
yes. I'm getting sturdy right now. Getting sturdy.
Rah rah Rasputin, Rasputin, yeah 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 yeah.
I think that a lot of this shit that comes up when it comes to political empowerment or embetterment of black people, especially black men and boys, the Democratic Party, you're probably not going to get it with. I mean, I understand that, God bless you, Mike B. Love you, brother, and others. When you look at the black Democrats, it's always about what can a black woman do. It's always about that. And I'm not saying a black woman can't be on her own or learn to do what needs to be done.
Right.
Here's the point of contention: is the fact that you're looking at justice totally blind. You're looking at things that should have happened 100 years ago that barely happen today.
Mm-hmm.
And who's the scapegoat? Who's the whooping boy every time something doesn't pan out? Well, y'all the ones who
It's always Jermaine's fault.
you should have supported me.
Well, I'm supposed.
It's
I'm
always
supposed to up.
Jermaine's fault. I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm tired of my
Well,
life.
hey
It's
Charles,
like,
I'm supposed to uplift a heifer that's allowing her 5-year-old to wax other females' private parts. That's what I'm supposed to uplift.
According to the community, yes.
ugh.
According to
My response to the community is go fuck yourself. But okay.
the you got a motorized one? She will. For
Well, as
OnlyFans.
long as the motorized isn't come from isn't being covered paid
Hey,
by taxpayers'
however
money
she
and
want.
shit.
I didn't stutter. However she want to do, whatever what she got to do, go fuck yourself. I
With a
believe that shit.
with a Sears diehard battery vibrator connected to a diesel engine fucking stroke machine.
Oh man, now you
Now,
got to make
Charles,
me
come
bring
on,
up the
come on.
old joke.
Wait, hold on, wait a minute, neighbor. Come on, Charles. You know that's not going to help Whitney Cooper. Oops, I say that out loud.
Ooh,
Brittany Cooper looked like she mates with fucking mechas and shit.
You know that's not going to help Kim Foster. Oops, did I say that out loud? Oh
Kim
well, Kim
Foster.
Foster is married to be fair, so let me shut up.
Kim Foster looks like a Jack Kirby villain. Yeah, I said it. She does.
Oh wait a minute. Oh
She's
wait, I'm
not
sorry.
that
I'm not supposed to say her name. Bowser, as they call her.
King Cooper. Oh shit.
King
Does she
Koopa, man.
does she make the horns? Does she play the horn?
No, the question is, does she have the Cooper kids come with her?
Oh my god. She do walk like she got her own theme song. Oh my god.
Hey, remember Mario 64 when he had to grab grab Bowser by his tail, swing him around.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh my god. My name's Brittany Cooper, but you can call me Brittany Cooper.
Or as I call it, Brittany the Hut.
No. Uh,
Black one not good. Ooh.
what did she say? I have to eat you. Oh my god.
Pretty much, yeah.
Shit.
I almost fell out when she talking about that was all black woman need to go on strike, going on a sex strike. And I kept thinking to myself, okay, hold on, wait a minute. You're a two calling for a sex strike. How's that going to work?
Does she bat for the other team? We don't know.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Well, in the words of Chris Base, what in the all types of blue hell? By the way, check out his show when you guys can.
Oh, speaking of twos, did you see that light skinned two talking about you make $50,000 to even date, Charles?
Oh yeah, I saw that
Oh, that's right. Cause I
TikTok
called you
shit.
about it. I told Charles on the phone, "Fuck you."
Oh my
I know some a simp somewhere told that ugly heifer all that bullshit.
she got the neck of sharecroppers. I said it. Ah. Like, oh my god, how can you be a physically unattractive woman making demands of men that you would never see in your life? Oh my god.
She be lucky to get a broke dark skinned dude to date her.
Man, she's so funny looking, she wouldn't even let a dog pet her.
Mm.
Ooh.
Oh my god damn. She looks like that she needs to be treated in the same fucking way that we treated every goddamn person in the mess hall. To hurry the fuck up and sit down and get the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
Good God,
That's
man.
just foul.
You gotta ask for something. How you gonna ask for something that you cannot obtain, and we're supposed to snap to attention? Anybody making less than $50,000 can't talk to me. One of my homeboys was like, "You know what? I understand her." I said, "No, you don't, because she's really trying to say she's making up excuses that no man is good enough for her."
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Isn't that an excuse every woman uses?
and it's like the
That's the
disqual.
excuse they use when they can get a man, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be serious, right? A lot of women of any race it does not really qualify for a man. They really don't.
Nope.
They really don't.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, There's levels to this shit when you think about it. There's levels. I mean, basically, you're not entitled. I mean, this is not like this is exactly what Mr. Z was talking about. You know, because remember, a lot of these women are our generation, right? Which means we're talking about women who grew up, you know, with the with the Disney princess complex and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like that knight in shining armor kind of thing that they're expecting. Like,
I think the dudes were more affected by that shit. Because I'm
oh, that we were. A lot of us were. But I'm saying, but they were the prime targets. Remember, if you checked out Mr. Z's like videos in the past about was it somebody from was it Mattel, the toy company Mattel is such? They purposely targeted little girls and said,
of course they did. But here's the problem: little girls ain't getting that
next
remote.
generation consumer.
Wah wah wah.
Mm-hmm.
You mean I can't
Mm-hmm.
give me a man? I want a man to submit to me. You want a man to do what? You need to
This
submit.
ain't the color purple.
I
I mean,
love Harpo, but I kill him dead before I let him beat me.
like Harpo. Oh my god.
First of all, the only Harpo I ever liked was the Marx Brothers Harpo, and he was a silent one.
Mm. But Harpo supposed to be mine.
I'll tell you, I still maintain that this is the old color purple now. My favorite scene is when Sugar asked, "Where's Silly?" and the kids like, "She going to shave, Mister." And she did, and you see the camera go again, and she started so like, "Oh shit, she gonna kill that nigga." Like, we let me hurry up.
You gonna
Uh,
shake? I'm like,
she gonna shave this? Uh-oh, somebody gonna die.
Hmm.
I don't think I trust a woman to shave me.
Well, actually, I'm glad you said that, Charles, because I still can't get this answer out of black women. What? Let me ask you a question, Charles. What black woman did you grow up with that you could slap like that, then ask her to shave you?
None.
Because he slapped the dog. Because a lot of people don't remember. He slapped the dog shit out of her. He said, "Get my shave." I was like, "Oh," I was like, "Damn, how's that work?"
Like you're very trusting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, wait a minute, how's that work? There's no way I can slap a chick like that and ask her to shave me. No,
Like
end up in a box.
like just end up with your throat to your neck. I mean your tongue to your neck. God damn.
Pretty much. I'm like,
You
wait,
gonna
how's
let me
that
pick?
work?
I think you know it's funny when you talk to a lot of black women. They will talk about how they were abused, and they never were a single day in their life.
Mm-hmm.
And the fucked up thing about it was, they heard the abuse from somebody else, and they just had to empathize it.
When I was abused, I mean, my little brother was abused growing up.
I was just like, wow, wow, that's scary. No, no, but you know that you were abusive back in the day. I seen how you beat up your mama, AB.
Oh,
You were
God.
so much. You were a good son. You were abusive. You asked a hug from your mama, and she worked hard every day. You
Mm-hmm.
were abusive. I think we lost the definition of abuse, man.
Mm-hmm.
The word gets thrown around bands willy nilly nowadays. That's the thing. As a lot of people say.
Yeah.
You's abusive.
What the hell are you talking about?
Oh my goodness. Goddamn nose.
Abusive.
You be abusive. That's what you be.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no way you can love
Actually,
them.
a lot of people are over there at Cavs right now because he's
Huh?
interviewing. Cavs live right now interviewing Obsidian.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That has to be something interesting.
Wait, I thought he was being interviewed by Dr. T.
He was, you know,
Oh,
Making a
watch that. It was a good interview.
oh, he's
You
making the
know,
rounds.
and we're gonna talk about that for a minute. Obsidian pretty much said that despite him losing the channel, the tide has shifted. It's too late.
for what?
The tide is shift. The tide is shifted. It's too late. It's like Black Manosphere is everywhere now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can't stop the hustle.
Nope,
That's not the.
he's on Rumble. I got the Rumble app. I started using it more.
Hmm.
I haven't downloaded Trump's Truth Social yet, and I'm not on Twitter like that anyway. So whatever.
What a flop that it has become, hasn't it? Twitter,
What?
that is.
Oh yeah.
It's become a cesspool.
Wow.
I don't
I
use
take
Twitter
that
that
back.
much.
I mean, it's become an even bigger cesspool.
If you guys want a Black History moment, look up Master Chief Carl Bashir. Hmm. A true badass in the Navy. Navy diver, man. Lost his leg and still was diving. Worked out like a beast.
Damn.
Lost his leg
Are
and
we talking about the guy who was portrayed by Cuba Gooding Jr.?
yeah, the one who lost his leg, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that story. Carl, Carl Brashear?
This man,
Yeah.
this guy was going up steps with fucking weights on his back. Still jogging, still running, still diving. And
Perseverance.
he lost a
Perseverance.
leg. But you got motherfuckers out there complaining about how their life going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could tell you going to the dialysis center. There's a lot of people more worse off than me. Even being legally blind with one eye. We got a chick in there that's totally blind
Oh
Mm.
wow.
with the stick. And have the stick and everything. And she's fun to hang around though. She's a character.
And she's got probably the most pleasant personality.
Man, she's a little loud, but she's still fun to hang around.
Yeah.
She's a widow though, so she doing her thing.
Condolences.
Yeah.
Did you ever ask how her husband died?
No.
Good move. I'm sure it was a story in itself.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, it's just like,
Mm-mm.
I mean, it's like, just all this, that, and the third, this, that, and the third.
Oh,
Interesting
I forgot
news
it was
cycle,
all. Oh shit! I missed the dunk contest. Oh well. Probably didn't mention much.
Uh, the dunk contest. When was the last time you saw a really good dunk contest?
Vince Carter.
Yeah.
That was a good one. I mean, Onyx had a song
Yeah,
called "Who Can Slam
they're
Harder."
downtown now because it's All Star games in Indianapolis this year.
All right.
People talking about I'm going down there. Like, no, I ain't going down there. I ain't spending $500 to, you know, they're gonna charge an arm, a leg, and a foot to be down there during the All-Star game.
Not to mention, a lot of the people who are in those stadiums are in the stands. They're just there to post,
Pretty much, yeah.
and that's on the floor. And I'm talking the floor seats. If you're like in the nosebleed sections and shit, that's where all the real fans are.
Yeah, a lot of funny story. A lot of the football analysts are pissed off because they said the Super Bowl was boring because the seats were so damn expensive. The only people there were wealthy executives.
Yeah.
Where was this?
The last Super Bowl with Kansas City just won.
Was that in Vegas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
It's
actual.
boring because the average seat is like $1,100, and they can really afford to be there. Where a bunch of rich executives. There were no real Chiefs fans or anybody there.
Or Niners fans for that matter.
Yeah, or 49ers fans.
I mean, prices being what they are, how do you expect anybody to? Doesn't make any sense. I mean, that's
Oh, the
why.
box seats were even worse. The box seats were like $2.5 million each.
Ain't that a bitch?
Yeah.
You can't make this shit up. So
I'm glad I didn't bother to watch it. I just catch the highlights. Besides that, I was more preoccupied with other things like the African Cup of Nations. That's Africa's biggest soccer tournaments.
I watched
That took
bits and
place.
pieces. I watched bits and pieces of it. Then went on Snowman, to help him cover it. So
Oh, okay. I'm sure he
it
was
was
heartbroken when they lost in overtime. What was that? First time a Super Bowl play had overtime.
no second time actually. The first
Oh,
time
when's the
was
last?
Atlanta and the New England Patriots.
Yeah.
And funny, I told this story because a lot of people forget Atlanta was up by like 20 points at halftime, and something
Uh-huh.
in the back of my head told me, "Don't celebrate yet. Don't celebrate yet." Sure enough, by the end of the fourth quarter, Brady had tied it up, and he won it in the overtime.
Julio Jones and everybody were like, "What the fuck?" Damn.
You had
Shit.
a hand to him. He came back and won that game.
He was driven. He came. He dug deep. They dug deep. They dug deep. Unfortunately, they could do the same thing against New York twice.
Oh yeah, and
Eli Manning still has his number.
yep. Eli beat him twice. It is what it is.
Yeah.
He got his rings just like his brother. I wish his brother could have got his second ring here, but
It wasn't meant to be. That's why he would have to go to Denver. But then again, remember the first time they went to the Super Bowl with Denver? That first snap, and all hell,
yeah, they got
and everything
crushed.
went down straight to hell.
Yeah, he got crushed that first time, but he
He
came
came
back.
back second.
He
That
came back
center
the second
himself,
time.
he was affected by it. But that took the wind out of everybody's sail.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, things happen for a reason.
Yep.
And I just love watching. I was just watching, like I said, like the Asian Cup and the African Cup of Nations. The two big soccer tournaments they had,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a greater attendance there. And at least you get to, they get to stream this shit. You can watch it at home. Just like with the Super
Yeah.
Bowl, you're like, fuck that. I'd rather watch this at home. I ain't gonna spend that much money in this fucking economy. Get the
No,
fuck out
but
of here.
according to wait a minute, let me go on and do this. Thank you, F Holiday. Thank you, BM. Thank you, HB for the cash apps. But yeah, what were we talking about? I'm sorry.
I
I want
said,
to.
like, who was going to be splurging, to get seats to the Super Bowl in this economy? And he said, you're about to say, yo, no, but according to such and such, the economy's good.
Oh yeah, the
All I can
economy's
say
doing
is
great.
the economy's doing great.
According to the numbers, the economy's doing great. There's nothing wrong at all.
What in the Irene Cara faking she got a feeling out of Flashdance bullshit is this? And yes, I had to make that Flashdance reference here. I'm showing my motherfucking age.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with the economy at all. Grocery prices are just fine. Gas prices are just fine. Housing prices are just fine. Rent prices are
Paging
just
Louis
fine.
Conyer. Paging Louis Conyer. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Paging Louis Conyer. Wait, is that his last name? Conyer?
Yeah, Louis Kaya.
Cool as that. Paging Louis Conyer. Well, Louis, because that's that French spelling.
Mm-hmm. Somebody sleep.
Paging Louis Conyer. Because you trying to you trying to say this shit better than he does when it comes to groceries and the supermarket situation?
Mm-hmm.
Get the fuck out of here.
Prices are
I mean,
fluctuating now, but
they fluctuating like my regularities.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. They
Wow.
fluctuate the same way. They fluctuate like a. They fluctuate like a Reebok sometimes. And by the way, Reebok hasn't been its own independent since 2005. It's a subsidiary of Adidas.
Mm.
Yeah, Adidas acquired them back in 2004, 2005, 2006.
Hmm.
People forget that. I remember watching that deal.
Yeah, like a company.
Friends, the way I look at it, like um, uh, excuse me. I mean, you pricing people out. People are struggling just to get things done. Not
Mm-hmm.
to mention tax season's coming up.
Yeah. Tax season's definitely
I,
coming out.
shit, I can't wait. I mean, tax season's gonna be starting for us next month. I'm probably gonna get my tax returns. I'm gonna get my tax return
Well, tax
forms.
season's here for us now.
Yeah. Well, no, for us it starts next month because April's when
Uh-huh.
the end of April is when you're supposed to file everything. So they give you like a month and a half just to get things done. But thankfully for us, everything's now online. All I have to, in my case, since everything's
Mm-hmm.
computerized, all I have to do is confirm everything's accurate. You yeah. I just have to head to the national tax office's website, log into
Nigger,
my
nigger,
account.
nigger, 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 nigger,
Oh,
nigger,
Oh,
nigger, 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 nigger,
Mom.
nigger, 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 nigger,
get
nigger,
that out of there.
The fuck off my stream, man.
Who
I
the
don't know
fuck
my
was that?
motherfucker. Yeah, well, he's like, nah, he banned. The
BGS usually
fuck?
has these people like left in the waiting room, waiting in the back.
Oh, that motherfucker banned. I guess they have
The
nothing better
trolls
to
are out
do.
tonight.
Yeah, trolls out tonight.
God damn.
Well, I must be doing something right. Uh, Yeah, I just looked at I looked at my numbers today. I got 500,000 views now.
Oh, congratulations.
And I'm actually up to 1.2 subscribers now. I actually gained around 200 subscribers since I went to 1,000.
All right. All right.
So slowly but surely.
You're getting there.
But I guess we are a nigger to to the white folk. Whatever, you'll get over yourselves. No, you won't. But what? Not my problem.
Yeah. Hey, have you guys checked out the trailer for Black Tea?
No.
It's a Chinese Asian black romance based in China about an Asian dude falling in love with an African woman.
Mm-hmm.
They're putting that out. I remember seeing the trailers for that. I'm like, get the hell out of here. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
I mean, it ain't gonna work. It's just agenda. I mean, that's content for Mr. Z. Mr. Z is gonna be breaking that down in his car multiple times while going through numerous drive-throughs.
Oh yeah, but he's gonna breaking it down while going to Popeye's chicken, of course.
Gotta love the biscuits. Although I'm lying about it because there's no gluten-free option for me. So yeah,
Yeah.
what? Do they have a gluten-free option at Popeyes
Yeah, I was just checking. No, I was checking. They're still over there talking to Obsidian. So
on
it is what
Chaos
it is.
Range? On Chaos Range shit?
No, no, black men being brutally honest. Kev stream. Black man being brutally honest.
Oh, he's there now? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I was wondering because they say he's live streaming right now. I was wondering.
Yeah.
Shit, do you think we should just wrap this up and head over there?
Uh. Yeah, actually, I was trying to wait for the 3 hour mark at least.
Yeah, all right.
Get a good 3 hours in. We could probably do a longer stream next week. I might do a stream tomorrow, depending on what I hear on the news. But
Yeah. So let me get this straight. Obsidian had his channel taken down.
that's what I heard. I could be wrong, but that's what I heard. He has a new channel up on Rumble.
All right. What's the difference between Rumble and YouTube? I mean, I've never checked out Rumble before.
Rumble's newer and apparently less
Hmm.
restrictions. That's the main difference. There's Rumble's newer and less restrictions.
Uh-huh. I'm checking it on the App Store right now.
Yeah, YouTube's a little bit more stable when it comes to certain things, but Rumble's catching up.
Yeah. Is it Rumble Studio?
No, I think it's just Rumble.
I'm looking for it. There's one that says Rumble Inc.
That's probably it.
Like this, the logo is like a dark background with a green triangle or arrow of sorts.
I don't know if that's it. It might be different in your country too. So
Unless it's banned in Norway. Unless it's banned in Europe or something like that.
I don't think it's banned in Europe. You said like a green logo.
Yeah, green type logo on a dark blue background.
Hmm. Is it like a triangle?
Yeah, a triangle with a hole in the middle.
Yeah, that should be it.
Rumble Studio says here.
That's probably the companion app, like you have YouTube Studio and it shows you all your stats and stuff.
Uh-huh. So there's no app on the store other than that.
I don't know. Let me look myself. Let's see. Let's go to the store. Type in Rumble. Yeah. See, it's not. That's not it. But
Who the fucking a sleepy water cow?
What?
Huh?
Some person in the
Charles?
hello.
Yeah.
Looking at the
Yeah.
chat. Well, somebody must have banned him in the actual chat.
Yeah, because I think that's the same person just who who got on here and just it put out that sick shit.
Sick ass bastards. I'll be like, what's the point of you sick
Yeah,
bastards?
thanks a lot, Aquatechie. Big shout out to Aquatechie for holding it down in the chat. Also, D Scott. Everybody's got a
Oh yeah, they
wrench.
made them
Big
good.
shout out to all y'all.
Yeah. Moderators weapons free, so do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Wait, do I have a wrench?
I think you do.
Hang on. Let me post something. Yeah, I do have a wrench. I forgot I had a wrench.
Like, you
Yeah, checking out this fool's channel.
a bunch of sick bastards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you know these trolls ain't got nothing better to do.
They're a bunch of jackasses, man.
Yeah.
My thing is, why are you going to channels where people you don't like? I don't waste time on channels I don't like.
Because they come to disrupt things. They're here to disrupt.
Because you have a life, nigga. You have a life. You haven't figured that out?
Oh well, yeah.
Called a fucking life. If you didn't have a life, you would do the same thing.
Yeah, true.
All you gotta do is go and say the magical words, dumb motherfucker.
Yeah.
So how long are you gonna have this stream? You're gonna be having the stream fired up, man.
We're almost at the 3 hour mark, and
Alright. Until next time, hopefully I'll do a stream tomorrow about whatever topic I can think of.
yeah, I'll shut it. I'm gonna shut it down earlier today because everybody pretty much over at Cavs, and I'm sleepy
Yeah.
anyway.
Oh,
I'm a little
always.
sleepy myself anyway. So
I just want to let y'all know. Y'all definitely ain't shit, and God
Mm-hmm.
bless you for it.
No, we're not.
Good night.
Thank y'all for everybody that came through. Thank you for the cash apps. This is AB Media 83, and I'm out. Peace.
Yo, this is AB Media 83. Want to support the channel? Hit the Cash App. Also, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the video. Also, be sure to hit that bell notification so you can be notified the next time I upload a live stream or video. And always remember, keep it grinding, keep it pushing, keep it moving. This is AB Media 83, and I'm out. Peace.
Peace.